Welcome to the weekend live show.
508 is where I'm from.
We run down the biggest stories of the week with you every Saturday night. Let us know in the comments right now where you reppin'.
Apache Junction, Taunton, Worcester, Long Island, Manchard, South Florida, Webster, Malden, Framingham, Tucson, Billerica, Salem, Gloucester, Moosop, Connecticut, Charleston, South Carolina, Roslindale, Moosop, Connecticut, London, Hanson, Glendale, Arizona, Lynn, Mapleville, Quincy.
Food stands, leave your clothes, buddy, and
hey, you a funny ass guy, man.
Have you ever heard of Turtle Boy? Yeah? Are you a fan?
508 is where I'm from.
Hey, what's up?
508 is where I'm from.
How was that?
You a freaking idiot. Stop telling people that I'm mentally deranged and stupid.
Call me Aidan. He's more a doctor, but...
Get out of my store, please.
You're a fucking loser.
You are a loser.
You're not a journalist. You're nobody. I'm not turtle hair. Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
NFL on the house, blog that.
Let's get this party started.
And I will not be intimidated. I will not be silenced. And we will continue on our journey for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed.
Tick, tick, boom. Boys, go baby, we bringing our toys. Boys, chopper be singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets.
Karen Reed has supporters who've shown up in large numbers.
Tick, tick, boom. Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds. I didn't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this, so it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's going quiet. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
This is the first time I think I've ever seen this. An outpouring of support for someone accused of murdering a Boston police officer. Unbelievable situation. Never seen anything like it.
Tick, tick, boom. You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. It's go, 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 go time. Tick, tick, boom.
Boom! Hey, what's up, people? How's everyone doing? Hold on. Dude. Whew. I'm sorry. I'm a little rushed right now. Running around. Just got home. Made it just in the nick of time. Like, running around. Okay. Good afternoon. Good evening. We made it in time, though. I'm going to start every show on time. That was my promise. All right, guys. Welcome, everybody, to the Turtle Boy Live Show. My name is Aidan Kearney. I am your fearless host here. You can call me Clarence Woods Emerson if you're on Facebook. That is my Facebook account name. You can follow me on there. You can follow me on Twitter at Dr. Turtleboy, DOCTOR Turtleboy. I prefer being called doctor, if you don't mind. I feel like I've earned it, because if Jill Biden gets to say she's a doctor, then fuck it, I'm a doctor too. Some people call me Uncle Turtleboy, old school turtle riders. Some have decided to call me Daddy. I find that acceptable, but you don't have to call me Daddy. I totally get it. If you don't, I don't care what you call me. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. unless the Celtics are in the NBA Finals or some other crazy stuff's going on. And make sure you smash that subscribe button, because we're getting closer to 100. I think we're up to like 76.7 or 8 now. I forget. we're getting close. We're over 3/4 of the way there. All right. So yeah, make sure you do that. Give us a big thumbs up afterwards. And, feel free to leave a comment, whatever you got to do. I don't care what you do. Just be here. That's all I ask. Enjoy the fun. Okay, cool. All right. Also, if you like, we got 3,700 watching on 3,800 already watching on YouTube. We got 237 Rumble rats and counting. I don't even know how many we have on Twitter because we go on there now too. But yeah, welcome to everybody. If it's your first show, buckle up. We have a good time here. We have been the premier news media outlet for covering the Karen Read case ever. Who am I kidding? I'm kind of the reason this whole thing started. Like, let's be honest. I'm not the reason Karen Read got arrested. I'm not the reason John O'Keefe got killed. I'm not even the main reason she's going to go free, right? But I'm 100% the reason that this whole thing has blown up into the thing that it is today. And that it, quite frankly, deserves to be, because this is the story of the century. What is happening in Norfolk County, in Dedham, and in Canton is outrageous, right? We should all collectively be shocked and horrified. Shock and horror, as Jen McCabe once said, shock and horror. I have actual shock and horror from all this. She's never experienced shock and horror because she done killed someone, and we'll get to her eventually. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with this, but yeah, I've been covering this story nonstop since April 17th or 18th. I really published it at like 3:30 in the morning when I did part 1 of the Can't Cover Up series. And then we did our first show on this. And I think I've done over 100 shows on this. And every week it gets crazier, man. We have been relentless for, getting on the story and, finding out new things that have not been discovered. A lot of the things that I've unearthed in my investigations have been presented as evidence in the trial. So I'm not just some random Yahoo, some biased person. I am biased, but I'm not just some person out here who is, just in this for clicks and shit. No, I'm in this for justice, man. That's what I've always been in this for, justice. And we're going to get it. And it's over. I mean, the trial's over. It's been over for a while. And there's millions of people around the world watching. Our audience has grown well beyond Massachusetts. We have turtle riders all over the United States now and all over the English speaking world. And some places that I see Brazilians in here. I see people from all over the world in here all the time. And it's just great to see, because justice is coming soon. Within the next 3 or 4 weeks, you're going to hear 2 words, not guilty. That's what you're going to hear. And they're going to resonate around the world. And we're going to celebrate. And Karen Read's going to be free. Finally, mission accomplished. It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. So anyway, if you guys would like to have your turtle, if you like to do super chats, I got bad news for you. We can't do super chats because I had the wrong opinion on like the vaccine mandate like 3 years ago. So I can't have, you can't donate on YouTube, but we built our own function. It's called Turtle Chat. If you click at the link at the top, that brings you to something called Turtle Chat. You can click on that and you can donate whatever amount of money that you want to donate to. And when you do that, you get to write a message. And when I get that message, I will read it out loud to the class. You can also Cash App me at $UncleTurtleboy, and I can get your message that way. So we got a couple of messages to read here. First, we have from Danielle, sent $25 and says, I've been trying to zoom in on pictures and videos from the scene on January 29th. Any notice snow-covered tracks leading to the gate from where they dumped John O'Keefe? No, because, I mean, there's there's like no snow accumulated at that time, so there wouldn't be any tracks leading back. And some of the antis have pointed that out. It's like, no, there would be no tracks. So thank you. Dawn sends $10, says, Papa es pret a besa. Okay, something in Espanol, I think. I'm not entirely sure. So thank you for that one as well. If anyone else is donating, sometimes this didn't work. I don't know. Let me check over here on Turtle Chat. It wasn't working the other day. Let me see. Turtle Chat. Give me one moment to pull this up. Edit. because sometimes I didn't get the turtle chats in my inbox the other day. Let me just make sure that I'm not missing anyone because I don't see any from today. Those 2 I read were just from the 4th because I do have a bunch tonight. I've got a bunch already. Okay. I got to read some of these. All right. So don't mind me. Give me one moment to just pull these up back and forth. Okay. First up, we have, let's see. Let me read the ones from the 8th. We got Dottie Joe. Let's see what this. No, that's not a turtle chat. Okay, so she had no comment. Thank you, Dottie Joe. Appreciate that. We had Paul and the Duchess. Paul and the Duchess starting us off right. He sent $100. He had no comment, but thank you very much, Paul and the Duchess. That's pretty cool. Appreciate that, sir. We have Christy B sends 25 big ones, and her comment is free Turtle Boy. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, free Karen Reed for sure, but also don't forget your boy, free Turtle Boy. Because when this whole Karen Reed thing ends, and it's ending soon, and it's going to end with the 2 words, not guilty. Your boy over here has got like 16 more felony charges to get through. So like, don't forget about your boy. Then we can focus on that. Then we can focus on that when this is over. But first things first, free Karen Reed. Okay. Jenna donates $25. Does not look like she left a comment, but thank you very much, Jenna. Next one is from Peter. It looks like Peter donates $25 with the comment. Let's see. He says, do you remember the story of the tortoise and the hare? While the hare was faster, the tortoise had a surprising victory because he focused on the finish line with a steady and consistent pace. Good. Keep up your good work, Turtle. From Peter, the Australian turtle roo. I like that. The turtle roos. There's like, we have Australians reading this now. So many Brits. I went on Dylan, the Welshman's page the other day, on a show the other day. Check it out. Yesterday morning, I went on there. I also did a podcast yesterday, Paper Ghosts, that should be coming out soon. Pretty popular podcast. And so I went on there and he's like, dude, everybody in the UK is all about this. Like, and you need to do a UK trip. And I never thought about doing a UK trip, but now I'm kind of thinking about doing a UK turtle trip. I'm just saying, I'm thinking about it. I'm not saying I'm definitely going to do it, because it's difficult to get over there. But, some of them came here, so that's pretty cool. Luca from Malden sends $5. Says, what up, Turtle Boy? Just wanted to shout out my mother-in-law, JoJo. She's a huge fan of yours. Can you shit on Lally for a few minutes? That's always a good time. Bro, I can shit on him for way more than a few minutes. Trust, especially after the recent shenanigans. I mean, he's kind of the highlight of tonight's show after the recent shenanigans he was pulling. Am I right? Cornelia sends $25 with the comment, hey, Danny Erickson, lacrosse nets don't put themselves together. Pay the man. Oh, Danny Erickson, you got called out, my dude. Pay the man. You heard him there first. Ouch. Pay your bills. All right. Anonymous sends $5 with the comment. He says, must read. Okay. Not reading that. Thank you. All right. Next up. It's like, as soon as I see this insanity, I just don't read it. But thanks for the $5. Lena sends a grand total of $10 and says, from the UK, managed to stay awake for the live. That Sallyport footage has done the prosecution no favors. You guys always rate the U. So that's how I know you're from the UK. Thank you for speaking the truth. We need more people like you on the planet. God bless you, Dr. Turtle Boy. And thanks for calling me doctor. And you're right. Dude, nothing the Commonwealth has done this entire trial has done any of themselves any favors. Like, and it's going to continue this week because, I got a source. I saw the other day and I'm like, this guy looks like a cop. And he is a cop. His name's Barros, B-A-R, Nicholas Barros. He's a Dighton police officer. And he appears to be that one of, if not the next witness after Bukkake, one of the next witnesses. Like, he was on call Thursday. He was in the court. So that means, like, you got to be ready. So he is going to testify that at 3:30 in the afternoon on January 29th, he was dispatched by the state police to go to Bill Reed's house because Karen Reed's car was there. And they were going to tow her car, even though they hadn't seen it yet. They wanted to tow it, believing it was a murder mobile all of a sudden. They just, after talking with Jen McCabe, they decided that Karen Reed done did it. So they were going to tow her car. And he went there and looked over the car and had it, saw it get on the tow and leave. I hear that he's going to say that the taillight was simply cracked, not shattered, which is a huge difference because a cracked taillight does not break into 45 different pieces. And nobody doubts that the taillight was cracked. The taillight, we saw it get cracked. It backed into John's Chevy Traverse, which weighs like what? 6,000. How much does a Traverse weigh? 6,000 pounds. I think it's got a third row, the Traverse, right? And so it's a heavy car. And he backed into it, and that's 5,000 pounds of metal pushing back at you, right? That can crack a taillight. That not a soft body like John, that's not going to crack a taillight. So it cracks the taillight, but it doesn't shatter it. It doesn't shatter it into 45 pieces until until it gets in that 𝗬𝗵𝗺𝗺 garage, and that's when the silly stuff starts. That's when no more the grab assing is done in the 𝗬𝗵𝗺𝗺. They are doing some grab taillight. Some tail assing in there. They're grabbing in there. A whole lot of it. Because all of a sudden tail light starts appearing all over Brian Albert's front lawn on all different days. So that's kind of interesting. How that works out. So when that happens, that is going to be explosive testimony. Because if Barrows comes through and he's a cop basically ratting on other cops by telling the truth, it's game over. It's game over. I mean, we've said it's game over a million times. But dude, if you have a cop on record saying that for all intents and purposes, other cops broke the taillight and then planted evidence to frame a woman for murder, bro, Michael Proctor is going to jail and I'm teaching his kids how to throw a spiral. I've said that from the beginning. I got indicted for saying that. He's got 2 little boys. I feel so bad for him. Okay. They need a father figure in their life and they ain't gonna have one because Michael Proctor is going to federal prison for a long, long time where he belongs, because that motherfucker, he tried putting me in chains. You know what I mean? Like his testimony in front of the grand jury, lying about me, saying I'm this horrible, nefarious person. Like, you want to lie on me, Proctor? You want to put Karen Reed, who's innocent, in a box and me to protect York? Oh, bro, I have no sympathy for you, dude. Sympathy for your kids. No sympathy for your cunt wife. Oh my God. You're all going down. I mean, Sean of the Gulf was right. You're going down. It's over. It's over. You're done. It's done here. It's over. It's a wrap. The McAlberts might not ever go to jail. I'm telling you right now, there's a chance of that. There's a chance that the murder of John O'Keefe never gets solved. Okay. But what we can prove is the cover-up. The cover-up can be proven. The fact that, because that'll be even worse. Like, dude, you covered this up, and as a result of your cover-up, these people are going to get away with murder because of your cover-up, Proctor. You did that. You guys did that. And Bukkake, you're his boss. You went along with it. And then you kind of added on. You found Taylor too. You're going to jail too. Bukkake's going to jail. Absolutely, he's going to jail, as he should. Brian Tully. Oh, you're going to be my favorite, Tully. Tully, listen, Tully. It's over. You're done. You had your little fun on October 11th. You came to my house. I know you felt real good. You're the second one out of that truck. First was Sully. Sully was the first one out, the fugitive unit guy. I'm walking across the street, kids getting off the bus, right? And then you came out. And I got the tape of that. And then he's like, he puts me in. I'm like, what's going on here? What? All I said to him is, can I close the garage? Can we close the garage door? Because it was open. And then Tully comes out of the truck. He jumps out of the truck and he starts telling me, I'm like, what I'm arrested for, reading me my rights. I'm like, dude, I don't know my rights. Shut up. Just get this shit over with. Let's go. I knew that. I thought this day might come. I didn't think he had the balls to do it. But that guy, I hate him. I fucking hate that guy. He, he's got a thing for me. Like none of them do. Like they all hate me, but that guy hates me the most and I hate him the most. And Tully, you're going down. You're done. You were Michael Proctor's boss and Bukkake's boss. You allowed this shit to happen. You signed every one of those fraudulent. You knew they were fraudulent. You did it. And then when it started to come out, what'd you do? You covered up more. You put me in chains. And then you start schmoozing around with some ex-whore of mine. Okay. Treating her like some credible witness. Telling her to, on Christmas Eve of all days, Christmas Eve. That's how you spent your Christmas Eve, Tully, with my ex-whore, right? That's how you spent it. right? And telling her, oh no, she said she didn't get assaulted, but you're like, oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. We're going to say he did. And then you're going to get me. Oh God, Tully, you're done. You're done, Tully. I am going to be there, Tully. When you get put in handcuffs for the first time, I will be at every single hearing of yours. I will be auditing your wife. Understand that. When you get locked up for enabling you, just understand that. You're done, Tully. I am going to be, when this is all said and done, right? You are going to regret the day. You're going to regret the day, Tully, that you decided to become a corrupt cop and lock up a journalist for exposing corruption. Just understand that. You got the guns. I get it. You got the guns, but it's coming to an end. It's the party's over. It's ended. I don't know if you see how the trial's going. It's over, my dude. Done. Anyway. Next turtle chat we have here. We got a few. Oh my goodness gracious. We got a bunch. I'm going to get to as many as I can. We got, David sends $100. Thank you, David. And his comment is, hold on one second. His comment is, let's see. No comment. He has no comment. Okay. So thank you, David, for $100. All right, cool. Free Karen Reed. This is, who's this from? Chris Fody sends this one, $10. He goes, free Karen Reed, straight out of Brockton. Lewis proved nothing. He gave them was the real video. I think he meant Lowley. Proved nothing he gave them was the real video. And we're going to talk all about that tonight. Don't get me started on that. We got a lot to say about that. Next up, we have Carrie sends $100. Thank you, Carrie. You guys are generous tonight. Holy shit. Thank you. Carrie sends $100, and her comment says, thank you for everything. This horrific injustice when no one else had the courage, intelligence, or heart to do it. You're very welcome. My pleasure. P.S. Please tell my son Lucas that his mom isn't crazy for being obsessed with this trial. You know, it's not crazy. I tell my family about it too. Everybody's obsessed with this. Look, Lucas, your mom's perfectly normal. Okay. She's perfectly normal. This is the story of the century. And a couple of years from now, when you're old enough to understand it, you'll get it, man. You'll get it. This is the biggest story ever. And we can't get enough of it. We're all us adults, we're collectively addicted to it. So thank you very much. Next up, we have, is that Fast Eddie? No. Okay. Fast Eddie's up next. Fast Eddie sent $50 with the comment. Instead of meatball, can we call him meathead Morrissey? Like Archie Bunker says, dead from the neck up. Oh yeah. It's can't win, not Canton. Ooh, I see what you did there. Yeah, we can call him a lot of things. I'd like to call him a prisoner personally, or a defendant, but he's another one I'd like to see in chains. I hate that guy. All right, next up, we have Wes and Nicole Roberts. They sent $20. Their comment says, and I apologize for not getting these in my inbox. I'm not sure why I'm not getting these in my inbox. His comment says, let's see. We love you, Jailbird. Keep on trucking. That's a $20 turtle chat from Wes and Nicole Roberts. Thank you very much, Wes and Nicole. Okay, next one is from, man, what happened? I missed one here. Do we get Mark? Let's see. Mark sends $25 with the comment. You've done an amazing job bringing awareness for Karen Reed, but got to be honest, I miss reading a good ratchet article on TV News. You are a wordsmith. I know there's been a couple this week. A story out of Mashpee I want to get to about this horrible incident about a girl having to lick a bathroom floor, and then another incident in Ware, a couple ratchets I wanted to get to. They're on my list. I'm so busy, bro. It's insane with the trial. I've never been this busy before. Also, like trying to have I got 2 kids. I got the kids in here tonight. I got to tuck my daughter. She stays up late till like 9:30. I got to go tuck her in. Right. So been extremely busy, but I want to get back to the ratchets because I haven't forgotten about them either. All right, cool. Next up, we have, I'm going to get as many of these as I can. Then we got to get started with the show. The content. Suzanne sends $75 with the comment. I want to hear case dismissed. That'd be even better. But you ain't going to hear that from Auntie Bev. Thank you for never giving up, no matter what those evil twunts did. Hashtag free Karen Reed. Hashtag free Turtle Boy. And that's Suzanne. She's been around for a minute. She's been around for a while, folks. So thank you very much for that one, Suzanne. Next up, we'll do like a couple more here. Nicole sends $25 with the comment. My hubby caught me singing 508 and then dancing to Tick Tick Boom. We've been hitched for 23 years and haven't heard him laugh so hard in years. I just walked out of the room. I was so embarrassed. I appreciate your dedication and high five on the rally song. Well, thank you very much. And your husband sounds like a cool guy. I'm glad we were listening to Tick Tick Boom on the way back here. So I appreciate that one very, very much. John sends $10 with the comment. Where'd it go? John sent $10 with the comment. Huge respect to you, Doc. You're fighting the good fight. Can't wait for the continued cross on Monday. Much love from Tasmania, Australia. Oh, geez, mate. Thank you very much. The Tasmanian devil down there. Okay, I probably almost done. And then, all right, then we'll get to, remind me where we left off here. We'll do Dana real quick and then John, and then we got to get started. And then we'll get everybody else after that and all the cash apps. They're coming in fast, folks. Dana sends $10 with the comment. Thank you for all of your hard work. You're very welcome. See, that's an easy turtle chat. I can do that one fast. $50 from John says, shit show. Keep doing what you do. Okay, cool. If anyone else wants to donate, the link is at the top for turtle chat, or you can cash at me at $UncleTurtleBoy. But it's 9:27 and we haven't played any of this audio, and we got to get to this because it's fantastic, fantastic stuff. So I got a whole lineup here. I got a whole lineup, folks. All right, let's do it. Let's get started, shall we? All right. So the first thing I want to bring up, right, and I see 6,381 people out there. Don't forget to give us a big thumbs up on that one. Is Bukkake. I got some Bukkake here. So I was watching my homegirl here, Emily D. Baker, who, by the way, like, shout out to every LawTuber out there. Like, a lot of these people hadn't covered the case extensively prior to this starting. People like her, people like, I think, Andrea Burkhart, people like the lawyer, they're very popular, these people. They do cases like this all the time. Kearney's the latest one that they've been doing. And a lot of them, I'm pretty sure they're usually like pro-prosecution, because this woman used to actually be a prosecutor. And who they kind of side with in this means a lot to the trolls, because the trolls are they need somebody in their corner, man. All the trolls have is like, I mean, who do they got? Who do the 𝗥𝗲𝗺𝗺𝗺 mafia? Who do they got? They got, well, their leader is something called Crusty Panties. That's like the leader. That's a woman who neglected and abused her 4 children, lost 2 of them to the state. The other 2 were ping-ponged in and out of foster care their entire lives. She looks literally like a Disney witch, and she currently is facing felony witness intimidation charges and has 2 restraining orders out on her and has been charged with violating them twice. That is the leader, kind of like the de facto leader of this anti-Karen Read resistance on social media. And it only exists on social media. It exists nowhere else in the world. Nowhere. 𝗂𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗄 are outside court. None of these people are really passionate about their cause. They don't exist in real life. Melanie Little has covered it real well, but she's been on our side from the beginning. I'm talking about they were counting on, they knew they didn't have Melanie Little. They were counting on like some of these other LawTubers. Like this woman's got a lot of subs, and she is just completely on our side. There's no, like she could say, people could say she's picked a side. They've all picked a side. Okay. And I want to start with Bukkake's testimony here from Wednesday when he turned into Dr. Bukkake, and he is the most arrogant, smug prick I have ever seen in my life. Let me play her kind of reaction to this. All right, let's see. 3:27:20 it starts.
Scores of investigations that involve some sort of head trauma.
4 scores? 7 scores? How many scores?
Cases that have involved scores of head
I
trauma.
got sassy real fast. I'm sorry, y'all.
Have you been privy to information as far as medical findings, autopsy reports, things of that nature in relation to those prior investigations?
Yes, sir.
Why are you trying to elicit that the bruising on the victim is consistent with head trauma from this officer and not from a medical professional?
Let's get mad.
Why? because right now I am stuck in a loop of what the fuck is happening because it is so freaking weird. It is just sus.
Sus.
It is just sus. It is just sus.
Get him.
Why don't you want to call your medical examiner?
Get him. Get him.
Why?
Get him. Get him.
This is not the witness.
Get him. I know. It's so great. It's like Dr. Bukkake got up there and started talking all about like, this dude is the cockiest motherfucker I've ever seen. So he got up there and he started to basically opine and explain injuries. Like, we need to hear big words from this guy, this clown. You're a cop, bro. Stop it. You were like an Attleboro cop before this, and then you became a state cop. You're not a doctor. Stop it. Okay. No, you look like a Tetris piece. You're shaped like one, at least. You have no lips for some reason. I don't know where your lips are. I don't know how you kiss your wife. I don't know what you just go. Like, I don't know where they are. And you're definitely not a doctor. And he got up here and started opining about the doctor. What about the medical examiner? Where's she been? We're done with 6 weeks now. We haven't heard from the medical examiner. Why not? They don't want to open her up to cross-examination. She's going to have to explain those dog bites. She's going to have to explain the things that I've found out about 𝗿𝗏𝗄𝗿, about her previous cases where she's changed the causes of death after finding things out afterwards, how she was pressured into saying that those were abrasions, not lacerations on John's arm. She's going to have to explain that. Why she said in her report that there were no signs of a fight. Why would you say what there's no signs of? Why would you say that? She got to, they're hiding her. So they're having this guy come up. He's everything. He's the lead detective. Bukkake's got to take one for the team. He's got to be the medical examiner, the lead detective, everything. And she wasn't having it because we've never seen anything like this before. This woman covers this shit for a living. Has been covering cases for years. She's never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it.
I've definitely not done 500 death investigations. I know some things, but I'm not qualified to testify about whether injuries are consistent or inconsistent with a thing in court. Why are we doing this way?
I don't know.
I haven't.
Now, with regard to your observations of Mr. O'Keefe,
I am
with regard to
stunned that they're doing this way.
I'm not.
What, if any, observations did you make, and what, if any, well, let me start just with physical observations. What, if any, physical observations did you make of Mr. O'Keefe's face and body in general?
His face, I observed the swelling and the discoloration being produced through the blood pooling in the eyelids.
Yep. So just your observation. So the swelling and discoloration.
Not the cause.
Just like, look at his lips, or lack thereof. Dude, like, just tell us what you saw, dude. We don't need you to explain it all. Dude, like, well, look at this dude. He really thinks, oh.
The remainder of what you said.
I also observed a cut to his nostril and an eyelid, which was very small in size, which would have been produced by a objection.
So we'll leave it at that. Next question, Mr. Lally.
Can't testify to that.
Yeah.
Based on your training.
Sir, you are pissing me the fuck off right now.
Get him. Get him.
You are not qualified.
Look at his face.
About the causes.
Look at his face.
And right now, you are trying to answer the comment section, which is not a win for you. You're not winning this, and you're on direct examination. This is going to get so much worse if you keep trying to do all this. Stop living in the comment section and just answer what you saw of this victim.
Yeah,
whose mother is sitting in the courtroom wondering what the fuck is up with this investigation. And that is completely my speculation.
Yikes.
But this face.
Yeah, that, by the way, Emily,
this face does not.
That is your speculation, by the way, Emily. Her mother, like, that's the problem here, is everybody's just like, oh, John's mother. And I'm so bad because I said negative things about John's mother. I'm sorry that her kid died. Doesn't mean she's a good person. Like, I don't like her. I just don't like her. And she's not thinking that, Emily. She's not thinking that. And I have my own reasons for not liking her, completely independent of John O'Keefe and Karen Reed. I have my own personal beef with her, and it has nothing to do with any of this. You're allowed to not like people just because something tragic has happened to them, right? And in this case, she's not wondering what's going on. She doesn't give a shit. Like, she's not, like, if she did, she would say something to them, but she's not. She's going along with it. And they think that they're winning. Like, that's the craziest part about this, is they're being told that they're winning, and they're not. They're not. Like, if everyone in the world, 99% of the world, is watching this and saying, like, dude, this is going horrible for you guys, and then they're telling you that it's going great, maybe they're lying to you. Maybe. Just a thought. Just a thought. I'm just saying. And then look at that face. I mean, that he makes that face a lot. Look at that face.
Play well with the jury.
Leave it at that. Next question, Mr. Lally.
Based on your training experience, what, if any, conclusions or what, if any, opinions that you have in regards to the swelling around the eyes?
Objection.
Yeah, I'll see you at sidebar here.
I should have just waited. I am so freaking frustrated right now. I'm sure y'all are too. I'm going to zoom through this sidebar because I don't know why the prosecution thinks that they're going to elicit essentially medical testimony through this officer, but it's a no for me.
Yes.
So, with reference to your prior definition.
And the defense clearly won that objection as well. And it sounds like Lolly's trying to go in and elicit more background to try to establish this witness as an expert. Chad, I'm hesitant to go code red because then we have nowhere left to go. So I'm trying to give it a minute. But the defense is going to fight on this too, and they should.
Investigations. Have you had occasion to make observations of bodies that there was a...
He's trying to lay more foundation for it.
Here it gets better. It gets better.
I'll allow that. Have you made those observations? Have you been part of those investigations?
Yes, Your Honor.
What
Yes.
medical training do you have?
And what you observed in regard to Mr. O'Keefe, was that consistent or inconsistent with what you would
Object again.
Objection.
That I'll allow.
It was consistent.
Now, in addition to the injuries that you observed to Mr. O'Keefe's face, what, if any, injuries did you observe to his extremities?
His extremities produced
here we go.
abrasions to his upper forearm and lower bicep area on his right arm.
I'm surprised Lolly stopped, honestly.
You use that term. I'm not asking for any sort of medical definition, but as far as you use that term abrasions, what do you understand that term?
Furrows.
I understand that term to be a injury sustained through blunt force trauma or friction to the epidermis of the skin where a crushing of the vascular system occurs. And
Are you
produces
talking
that
about
type of
bruising?
Oh my God.
sign on the skin.
Yeah, dude, he's like a scientist all of a sudden. Oh yeah, just I know all. What a prick.
And from your observation,
Did John's mom leave? I had seen her crying earlier.
Which arm was this again?
Are you talking about bruising or scratches? Because what blunt force scratches are you talking about?
Anyway, so you guys got the point.
It was his right arm.
So,
You're gonna wreck yourself on direct.
Later on in the show, I've compiled a list of reactions from other LawTubers, including people like Vinny Politan, to what happened in court on Thursday. It's the most outrage I've seen throughout this whole trial. Is what happened on that day. Okay, let's pull up. Let's go to the most recent. I see we got 7,300 people. Nice to see. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so let's pull up the Thursday stream. So we got some shit we have to talk about on this one. Okay. All right, so 52 minutes is my first timestamp. Let's see what happens there. Because I don't need to hear the Lally stuff. The Lally stuff is boring and stupid and pointless. Like nothing gets accomplished when listening to Adam Lally because he doesn't ask good questions. He wastes everybody's time. So we're gonna have a little Lally here just to point out. You'll see. Let's play this. Let's see what I had. Oh, not. Oh, and by the way, there's Mary Beth Frasoli. For those of you unfamiliar, the woman in the orange dress here. About Mary Beth Frasoli, and I think in 2000 is John's ex-girlfriend. Both of those women are John's ex-girlfriends. Mary Beth Frasoli went to jail for 6 months. I want to say it's 6 months. How long did she go to jail for? I'm going to pull it up right here. Mary Beth Frasoli. I'm going to pull this up over here. Woman gets 6 months in jail in a Quincy crash that cost motorcyclists. Oh, he's like, oh, I don't pay for it. Okay, there she is. She ran into a guy on a motorcycle while she was drunk, going the wrong way on a bridge, right? And ended up costing him his leg. Luckily, the dude, I think, how long did she go to jail for? 6 months. She went to jail for. And luckily, the dude named Mark Cronin, and crazy story about this, Mark Cronin, the guy who lost his leg, he forgave her and hugged her and showed her compassion. And now she's sitting in the audience casting judgment on Karen Reed, who has never driven drunk and hit someone. She has. She cost a guy. She should be like sympathetic to people who she thinks who were in this situation, right? Wouldn't you be if you were her? You were given a second chance. You cost a guy his freaking leg. He forgave you. Who are you to sit there and cast judgment on this woman, who, by the way, did nothing wrong, unlike you, who did something very wrong? And Mark Cronin, crazy story about this, Mark Cronin's daughter is named Mary Cronin. She was the girlfriend at the time, or the ex-girlfriend of Emmanuel Lopes, the man who killed Michael Chestnut in 2018, the Weymouth police officer who was gunned down in the line of duty. All right. And he stole her car. So this is his daughter. Like, this is a crazy circle in Norfolk County. It's just everything in Norfolk County. It's like, you can't even. So anyway, she's here because of course she's here, but there's my little tangent about that. Let's get back to this. There, again, orange dress. So there's John's mom. I have no comment on that. I don't know why did I pick this time?
Sergeant, did you recognize what's up on the screen?
Oh, the straw.
I
Look
do.
at this, the straw.
What do you recognize?
That's why I picked this.
It's the wide shot of the drinking straw being found on the edge of the roadway in front of 34 Ferry Road.
Sergeant, if you could, using the laser pointer before you, if you could direct the jury's attention to where you observed that straw.
It's right there. Like, see what I mean by the stupid questions that just waste everyone's time? Like, dude, we see the straw. Okay. The question isn't where the jury doesn't need to know where the straw is. The jury's thinking, why the fuck do I give a shit about a straw? So let me get this straight. You found a straw after the whole road. Like, it looks like the snow's all melted there. This is obviously days later. You just found a straw there. You think that's supposed to mean something? And even if it did, what does that, who cares if you found a straw there? What does that mean? What does that mean?
And this gentleman, if I could have 7689.
Oh, zoomed in, the zoomed in version.
It's a close-up view of the same straw.
Uh-oh.
This gentleman, if I could have 7692.
They got him. They got him. They got him.
Shit.
Sergeant, you recognize what's up on the screen? It is now
You did it! The case cracker! Me in the shower! I love this! That's it!
I never get to, that's basically what, oh, look at this, a straw. So that's the evidence that they have against Karen Reed. Me in the shower, hun. Me in the shower. Okay. So then Bukkake gets his goddamn, what else do we, let's see. So they go through all, they look at the shoe and everything. And then I love when he brings out the gloves. Look at the cufflinks too.
A broken red plastic and clear plastic, and a bag containing one black Boston Police Department hat.
Oh, he opens the box. I mean,
Yes.
this is just so, the jury must be watching this stuff and being like, who cares about any of this stuff? So yeah, we know there's taillight, dude. We've established that you guys claim to have found taillight. Can you prove it was there at 6 o'clock when John body? Like, that's the important part. Can you explain why the Canton Police Department didn't find anything? Can you do that? Like, that's the real question the jury wants to know. And they're just like, boom, taillight. So case closed. Suck on that, Karen Reed. Have some taillight. All right. What's my next timestamp here that we have? 118 I had. Okay.
Your Honor, call seek to introduce and admit as the next two exhibits.
Any objections, Mr. Jackson?
Sorry, no, Your Honor. Thank you.
It's 539 and 540.
I'm sorry, was it 539 and 540?
Yes.
Thanks, sir. Moving on from that, if I could bring you back just one last time to the ring videos from One Meadows Ave, as far as you testified earlier.
All right, so the ring videos from One Meadows Ave that they're going to talk about. This is interesting because this is the thing that the Plevins of the world and the McAlbert Mafia has been talking about for quite some time. She deleted ring camera video, right? She deleted ring camera video. There's ring cameras from Meadows Ave that just between 1 and 5 a.m. they just disappeared because you know what she was doing during that time? She was putting John's Chevy Traverse there and then, going out and going checking on the body, making sure he's dead. And then she didn't sleep all night and then coming back. And then she put the Traverse there so she could pretend to back into it. And now it explained the cracked taillight. The dastardly Karen Reed got him. And so they talk about this.
That's there was no video that you observed of the defendant, Ms. McCabe, and Ms. Roberts looking at the passenger side taillight area of the vehicle, correct?
That's correct.
There's no video of them. Did you say there's no video of them looking at the passenger side taillight?
one last time to bring videos from 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗃 as far as you testified earlier that there was no video that you observed of the defendant, Ms. McCabe, and Ms. Roberts looking at the passenger side taillight area of the vehicle, correct?
That's correct.
Was there any video of the defendant, Ms. McCabe, and Ms. Roberts actually leaving from 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗃 on that morning of January 29th?
There was not.
We looked at a video of them at 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗃. We literally saw a video of them getting out of the car and going right in the house. And Jen McCabe got caught in a lie saying something like, oh, she was out there. What'd she say? That she was out there crying about the taillight and yelling Kerry and shit like that. Never happened. It was all a ring camera.
Now, as far as the videos that were not there, as far as the defendant, Ms. McCabe, Ms. Roberts leaving, the next video depicted Mr. Camerano arriving at the residence to pick up.
Oh, actually, next time stamp is 123. We're going to get to 123:30. Okay, let's play this part.
Every detail of that experience. It would take approximately 45 minutes at a minimum to conduct a full interview.
Actually, hold on.
With a witness in detail. Recollection of events that an individual observes, experiences, or is aware of, and understand every detail of that experience. It would take approximately 45 minutes at a minimum to conduct a full interview with a witness in detail.
Now, sir, if I could turn your attention to June 9th of 2022. On that date, at some point, did you have occasion to
here we go.
meet with the defendant?
Yes, I did.
Here we
And
go.
at some point during that meeting, did you have conversation with the defendant?
This is
yes, I did.
This is
and
the
was
best.
that conversation, or these portions of it, memorialized in any way?
Yes, it was.
You know what I mean, approach?
Screenshots. We're gonna get to 8,000 a night. Let's get to 8,000. Come on.
I'm showing you a disc. Does that contain an audio recording, the best of your knowledge? Does that contain an audio recording of a portion of your conversation with Ms. Reed on June 9th, 2022?
Yes, it does.
You know what I approach?
Yes.
I'm about to introduce the minutes.
All right. No objection, Mr. Jackson?
Remember we saw this in the pre-trial. We saw the video. And if for those of you who didn't see the video, Karen Reed's sitting there in the booking area in Milton at the State Police Barracks on June 9th, 2022, the day she was arrested again and had her charges upgraded from manslaughter to murder. And they told us prior to showing the video, remember they told us that in the video, Karen Reed says that her taillight got broken because Colin Albert and Brian Albert smashed John's head on the taillight. That's what Adam Lally told us. I think I got a tape of this. Again, I want to play this because it shows what liars they are. I know I have this somewhere. Let me see if I have this. Hold on. I know I have this from like before the trial starting. Let me see. Hold on. Karen, court hearings. Lally. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to pull it up over here. Give me 1 sec because this is important. Let's not forget what happened in the pretrial. Okay. What day did it happen? This is 3 months ago. Oh, here it is. Watch this. Watch this. Remember this. This is the, they don't. So Auntie Bev, I guess, denied letting them show the whole video.
She says something to the effect of,
instead instead they play just this audio. Okay. So listen to how Lally describes what we're going to see in the video before showing it. This is what he claims the video is going to show. What Adam Lally claims Karen Reed said.
She says something to the effect of, are you in on the joke? And then makes some sort of reference to having witnessed Brian Albert and Colin Albert essentially smash John O'Keefe's head into the taillight.
Having witnessed Brian Albert and Colin Albert smash John O'Keefe's head into the taillight. So Lally claims that Karen Reed in this video is going to say that she witnessed Brian and Colin Albert smashing John's head into the taillight, and that's how the taillight broke. Now, if she said that, it would be absurd, right? We'd all be like, that's fucking stupid. We're not rallying behind this woman. That's what he wants us to believe, that Karen Reed is just a person that makes shit up on the fly. You can't believe her. This is what he says. He offers this in court,
indicating that that's how her taillight was broken. Doesn't make any sort of further statements about why she would then leave the scene after that occurred or anything like that. But these are, again, different accounts that have been made in direct variance to prior statements that she made January 29th to the troopers, to paramedics.
So here's what she actually says.
So that's the charges that you're being charged with now, and you were indicted.
So this is Bukkake talking. That's the charges you're being charged with. You're being indicted.
By grand jury.
Okay, you're aware he was beaten up by Brian and 𝗂𝗵. I mean, we're all in on the same joke, right? My tail light was cracked and John was pulverized.
So she says, again, she says, you're aware he was beaten up by Brian and Colin Albert. Not, they took his head and smashed it into a taillight, that he was beaten up by Brian and Colin Albert. I mean, we're all in on the same joke, right? My taillight was cracked and John's head was pulverized. She's saying that's absurd. Like, have you seen the autopsy photos? His face was pulverized. And the result of that is a cracked taillight? Are you kidding me? That's absurd. And what did Adam Lally say?
Pulverized.
Reference to having witnessed Brian Albert and Colin Albert essentially smash John O'Keefe's head into the taillight, indicating that that's how her taillight was broken.
Okay, you're aware he was beaten up by Brian and 𝗂𝗵. I mean, we're all in on the same joke, right? My taillight was cracked and John was pulverized.
All they do is lie, baby. Again, that was pre-trial. That's the stuff they're trying to get in. Now, we get caught in this lie. They get caught in this lie, and they play it anyway. And before I forget, big shout out, 40th birthday to our girl 𝗕𝗵𝗄, who does a lot of work behind the scenes. She's one of our, wish her a happy birthday if you see her. Deb's a great person, as loyal as it gets. We love 𝗕𝗵𝗄. Happy fucking birthday, 𝗕𝗵𝗄. Okay, cool. And I'm sorry, Deb, that they took you off. She's one of the people that was taken off of the group. She was during the purge, like last week or so. She was a mod in the Justice group, the Turtle Boy Justice for John and Karen group, and she was a mod in there. And they took her off because she's friends with me, and she's loyal to me. And so they're like, she can't be a mod in there anymore. So sorry about that, Deb. But happy fucking birthday, and thank you for all your hard work. I appreciate that. Okay. Back to this. How many live viewers are we up to now? What are we up to? We're up to 8,000. Make sure you guys get that's a new record. New record. Keep getting screenshots of the records. Let's see if we can break it here.
All right, folks, before we play this, again, please be mindful of the instruction from yesterday. So you're about to hear statements allegedly made by the defendant, allegedly concerning the crimes with which she's charged in this case. Before you can consider any such statement as evidence, the Commonwealth must prove to you beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant made the statement she's alleged to have made and that she made it voluntarily, freely, and rationally. In determining whether the statement made by the defendant was voluntary or not, you may consider all the surrounding circumstances.
Okay,
These include when and where the statement was made, the nature of any conversations with the police, not turn upon any one factor, and you must consider the totality.
After the jury at this time.
Yes, you want to turn off the air conditioning? Is this very short, right? And this is just audio, correct?
Just audio. Let's listen.
Okay, you're aware he was beaten up by Brian and 𝗂𝗵. We're all in on the same joke, right? My taillight was cracked and John was pulverized.
Why would he play that? This has to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen in a trial. I swear to God, he's throwing this thing for the defense. He just opened the door for third-party culprit defense. Remember, they have, it has to come out through witness. Dude, you just introduced evidence from 2 years ago that shows that Karen Reed, since the beginning, her theory has been that Brian and Colin Albert were responsible for this. That has been her theory, because the haters will claim that this is a new thing, that she only recently started saying this because she was going to jail and she realized she was fucked. So she started saying this. Bro, she's been saying this because it's what happened. You know why she's been saying this? Because a man by the name of Steve Scanlon, a private investigator and former co-worker of Brian Albert, a good old boy whose daughter is the same age as Caitlin Albert and runs in the same social circles. He came in to David Unetti's office on February 3rd and told him straight up, your client's innocent. Hold on one sec, guys. I'll be right back. Right back. Hold on. Be right back. Hold on.
And I will not be intimidated. I will not be silenced. And we will continue on our journey for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed.
Tick, tick, boom. Noise. Go, baby, we bringing out toys. Boys, chop up a thing, it should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out.
We be disturbing the peace, working, we serving the streets.
Karen Reed has supporters who've shown up in large numbers.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds. I didn't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this, so it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's going quiet. We be disturbing the peace, working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
This is the first time I think I've ever seen this. An outpouring of support for someone accused of murdering a Boston police officer. Unbelievable.
Sorry about that, guys. Are we good there? So I just got bunk beds here. And, you know, so first time sleepover with the bunk beds. And she stayed, she was out, one of them came out here. So anyway, we're good. Everything, crisis resolved. We're back to business. Carry on. Let's go. Hopefully we didn't lose anyone there. We're still over 8,000. Nice to see. Okay. So anyway, I cannot believe they introduced this tape into evidence, right? This tape shows that Karen Reed for the whole time has believed since Steve Scanlon walked into David Unetti's office on February 3rd and said, guess what? Guess what? She didn't do this. He was beaten up inside that house by Brian Albert, his nephew, who he did not name. He said he didn't know the name of the nephew. He said his nephew and an ATF agent who he didn't know the name of. Well, there was an ATF agent and there was a nephew in that house named Brian Higgins and Colin Albert, respectively. All right. So that's how they got the tip. Steve Scanlon. And it just all started making sense because, like she said, this is a joke, right? Like we're being punked. His head is pulverized and my tail light's cracked. Where's Ashton Kutcher? I cannot believe they introduced this in the court and thought this would help them. I cannot believe it.
Sergeant, on hearing that statement from the defendant, what was your reaction?
Objection. Sustained.
On hearing that statement, what, if anything, did you do?
I advised the defendant not to further speak.
Objection.
I'll allow that.
He did advise her not to speak because he didn't like the things she was saying. He didn't like the thing. Look at her face. Look at her face. She's so confident. Look at her staring him down.
Now, at some point over the course of your investigation, were you made aware of forensic findings relating to the defendant's tail?
Yes, I was.
And specifically DNA findings?
Yes.
And specifically that there were...
Objection. Sustained.
Okay. Now we're going to skip to 132.56. Let's see what happens here. Oh, so now let's get to Alan Jackson coming out. Let's go.
I'm going to start with
he comes out firing.
Latter things that you discussed with Mr. Lally, and that's specific to the ring video that y'all talked about this morning. Do you have that in mind?
I do.
The search warrant that produced, and just so we're clear, I'm talking about the specific ring video or series of videos that were associated with One Meadows, John O'Keefe's home.
Okay.
Okay. You didn't write the search warrant for those ring videos, did you?
I did not.
You were not the affiant for those search warrants?
I was not.
Who was the author of the search warrant and the affiant?
It was Trooper Mike Proctor.
Who received the actual ring video or videos from the Ring Corporation?
It was Trooper Mike Proctor received it.
And who ultimately either logged those into evidence or controlled those once they were received from the Ring Corporation?
I believe it was Trooper Mike Proctor.
And ultimately, Sergeant, you did note that in addition to just the physical videos themselves, that login information and login keystrokes, et cetera, were requested from the Ring Corporation as well, correct?
Oh, yeah.
There was discussion with Ring asking for those logs.
I'll call it, is it correct to say an activity log?
So I just love how he first thing he puts in the head of the jury, and he does this throughout this testimony, is where the fuck is Michael Proctor? Where on earth is the lead detective? It is the last day of week 6 of this trial, and we have not heard from the lead detective. We've heard all about him. They've been talking about him this entire time. They keep referencing him. Like, it was like Colin Albert was the one they used to reference, and then at least he made an appearance. But now they keep referencing Michael Proctor, and who are you? Who are you're Bukkake? Okay, that's nice, Mr. Bukkake, but you're not the lead investigator here. You're not the one everyone's been talking about. Where is this guy we've all been talking about? The guy that signed all these reports, the guy that did everything. Everything went through this guy. So why am I talking to you? Like, I know you're like a doctor, so maybe you're just better on the stand. You're better at lying, but it's just, he's putting this in the head of the jury. Like, who is this guy? And why are we, and why doesn't he have lips? Like, where are his lips? And why is he shaped like a Tetris piece?
That's what was requested as activity log. Yes.
So ultimately, the activity log would show who logs in, who accesses the data, things of that nature, correct? Or at least that was the hope.
That is what was requested.
All right. It would also show logging in and executing deletions, manipulating the log files, things of that nature, correct?
That is what was requested, yes.
When you reviewed those log or activity logs, there was no evidence revealed that my client ever logged into that account, correct?
There was no activity logs provided by Ring.
So you have zero. Hang on.
Oops, Plevin, that's for you, buddy. They got nothing. They got nothing. Nothing. They actually got the stuff from Ring. They sent. Ring had nothing.
Isn't it true that Ring contacted Mr. Trooper Proctor and indicated that they had created a Dropbox folder that contained the evidence that had been sought in the search warrant?
Objection.
Sustained.
Isn't it true that the search warrant return specified account information, video recordings, and number 3, activity logs associated with video recordings are all times displayed in UTC?
Oh, so they have activity logs. So they would know who would access the videos and delete it. They would know that because Ring provided them in a Dropbox, as it turns out.
I'm not aware of that, no.
Do you recall that activity logs were in fact provided from the Ring Corporation?
Really?
I do not recall that, no.
Oh, you don't recall that? Well, guess who does recall that? Alan Jackson. And he's got something for you, homeboy. So I think he's about to show you something. I love when they go, I don't recall. Oh, Alan Jackson recalls. And he brought receipts with him, dude. I love these people when they get caught in lies.
Yes.
Look at this smug prick. And he takes so long to read these. Like, some of these people, they all do this. Matt McCabe was the same way. They start reading because it gives them time to think about, like, oh, fuck, they got me. What lie am I going to come up with here? I need to think this lie through. Think about the consequences of the lie that I'm about to tell. And like how it's going to lead to another question. Like, what's Jackson going to ask me after that? What do I do?
That paragraph with my fingers on the third
Okay.
So page. And review that.
Look at it. Reading it.
Yes.
Okay. It took him about 2 minutes to read all that. And guess what? It just confirms what Alan Jackson said. So
thank you. Does this refresh your recollection as to the items received from the Ring Corporation?
That is the first time I saw that document, so it does not refresh my recollection. I simply read it.
84.
So do you have a recollection as you
Bro,
sit here?
let's get to 10,000. 8,400. Let's go.
That in fact, during the course of your investigation, the 3 items that you received from the Ring Corporation were the account information, the video recordings, and quote activity logs associated with the video recordings, all times displayed in UTC.
To the extent of its availability, as it says in that document.
Okay. The long and short of it is, during the entire course of your investigation, that investigation never revealed any evidence whatsoever that my client ever even accessed the account information for the Ring account associated with the search warrant, correct?
Nothing provided by Ring proved or suggested or proved any evidence of that type of activity, no.
Oh, here you go.
Trooper Proctor, you were notified.
I'm not Trooper Proctor.
I'm sorry. No, you're not.
No, you're not. That dude, and I was there for that in court, and that was dude. I know Alan Jackson. I've had conversations with Alan Jackson before. I'm telling you right now, that was intentional. Dude, that was intentional. He hasn't told me that was intentional, but That was intentional. That was not, he knows full well what this guy's name is. And Alan Jackson also, another thing he likes to do is mispronounce people's names. Like he loves doing that because he likes to let you know that you're fucking nobody. Like you're not important enough for me to know your last name. You're a fucking loser. And I'm going to say your last name wrong because you're nothing to me. Like he loves, I love it. I love the style. I love it. I love Alan Jackson. So that whole thing calling him Trooper Proctor, that was not a mistake. He knows Alan Jackson lives, eats, and breathes the Karen Reed case. No doubt about it. He knows exactly who Trooper Proctor is and exactly who Trooper Bukkake is. And he's going to get a piece of both of them. Believe me. He did that because he wants to remind the jury that, oh yeah, where's Trooper Proctor? Yeah, that's right. Why are we listening to this Bukkake guy? I loved that move. That was, and then you got this.
Sergeant Bukkake.
Sergeant Bukkake.
How is it?
Bukkake.
There he is. He loves it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yes,
You're
that's
nothing.
better.
You're nothing.
If I screwed up again, please.
He's going to screw it up again. Trust me. 8,600. Let's
On
go.
January 29th, you were notified about a Boston police officer found gravely injured outside the home of 34 Fairview at about 6:40 in the morning. Was that your testimony?
That is not.
What time were you notified?
I was not notified it was a Boston police officer.
So you didn't have that information?
Okay, so let's go to the 141 mark here.
Sergeant, on your initial investigation, by 10 or 10:30 in the morning, 10:40 in the morning, it was your belief that Mr. O'Keefe had been struck in the face by a person. That was your initial understanding of the circumstances surrounding the investigation, correct?
Let's go.
My initial understanding was that the defendant stated that she hit him. We did not know them.
You had even
lie. My initial understanding is that, look at the way he looks at the jury. No, don't listen to this guy. I thought she said, I hit him. Except that's not what he said. It's not what he said. And I think I got him in here somewhere. Let me find this in the original charge. Let me get the charging documents out. Let me see. TB Daily News, 1041. Domestic cocktail. Oh, I found it. Okay. I found it in part 67 of the Canton cover up. Again, another thing reported on Turtle Boy. Here we go. This is the my first article about Sean of the Gulf. And the theory was originally, as I reported, that John was killed with the cocktail glass. Because think about it. Like, why was a cocktail glass found there? Like, why were shards? Like, they put it, we know he put his body out there. Why would they put shards of cocktail glass out there? Because they looked at his head. They beat the shit out of him. And keep in mind, Brian Albert's murder police. He knows that if we say that, we can't say he got hit by a car. Look at the injuries. That's not going to make any sense. He's got a gash in the back of his head. Somebody had to hit him. Well, maybe she hit him. And maybe she hit him with the cocktail glass. Maybe she was so mad she ran up from behind and she smashed him in the head like that. And maybe some of the pieces cut his arm or some shit. I don't know. We'll figure that out. He rolled around in it. I don't know. We'll figure that one out later. But that's why they put the cocktail glass out there, because the original plan was to make this look like she hit him with the cocktail glass. That's how she did it. That's how it happened, because it wasn't going to make sense otherwise. And then everything changed when Karen Reed noticed and told Jen McCabe that, oh shit, my taillight's cracked, because it was cracked. And then they're like, and there's a reason that at 9 a.m. for the first time, she called Michael Lank and had him come back to Fairview Road while Karen's in the hospital and can't defend herself. And Jen McCabe makes claims that Karen Reed told her, I hit him. Did I hit him? Could I have hit him? And that's when they start saying that shit. That's when the first time it goes on record with the police, right? 9 o'clock with Lank. That's when it starts. And so, but Bukkake hadn't gotten the word yet, because Bukkake didn't interview Jen McCabe at 9 o'clock. For some reason, Lanker did. Michael Lank got the call. Like, even though Canton police has been conflicted off of this. And so he doesn't know about this yet. I hit him yet. Nobody had told, he hadn't spoke with Katie McLaughlin, who doesn't say it for days later. I hit him. He hadn't spoken to them. So where is he getting this from? No, actually, in the report, this is what it says. I don't know if you guys can read this. The theory was originally going to be that Karen got out of her car in a rage and smashed him head with the glass, cut his arm in a struggle. We know that the cocktail glass was assumed to be the murder weapon. Okay. So this is from the actual charging documents. According to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Office of Chief Medical Examiner Death Notification Report, quote, Trooper 𝗬𝗄𝗄 Bukkake called the office of the chief medical examiner at 10:41 a.m., stating the case is now being treated as suspicious due to a domestic situation that happened after the defendant left the bar. There is a possibility that the deceased rather, there's a possibility he was struck in the face with a cocktail glass. He said that. He called them and said that. The office of the chief medical examiner wrote that down. That is what Bukkake said at 10:41 a.m. Yet now, what is he claiming on the stand? No. What did you say, Bukkake? Like, let's listen to this again. He gets caught in a lie. These people lie. Look, and they think when they look, they're lying because they look at the jury.
Had been struck in the face by a person. That was your initial understanding of the circumstances surrounding the investigation, correct?
My initial understanding was that the defendant stated that she hit him. We did not know them.
That was not your initial understanding, Bukkake. Your initial understanding at 10:41 a.m. was that you thought that you were investigating a suspicious domestic incident in which somebody hit someone with a cocktail glass in the back of the head. That's what you were investigating. You weren't investigating motor vehicle homicide at all. You didn't even know about I hit him. You didn't know about that. No. You lying. Look at this lying sack of shit. However much you hate 𝗬𝗄𝗄 Bukkake, let me explain something to you. However much you hate this guy and his stupid wife Shelby, who's online whining today about defriending people who, however much you hate them, is not nearly enough. If you're married to a scumbag like this and you don't divorce him, you're a piece of shit too, by the way. You are. Okay. You allow a piece of shit like this around your kids, you're garbage. Okay. He's a divorce him, Shelby. If you want to do the right thing, divorce him. That's the only decent thing to do in this situation. This guy's lying in a murder investigation. Hell, there's a spot reserved for him in hell. It's burning away. He can't get there fast enough. This smug little prick whining about 𝗬𝗄𝗄𝗺 is intimidating me because he called me a loser. He called me Bukkake loser. Oh, God, look at him.
Even met my client at that point. You hadn't interviewed a single witness at 10:41 in the morning, correct? Not one witness.
That's not correct. We had already interviewed the first responders.
Okay, when I say witness, I'm talking about civilian witnesses. So at 10:41, you hadn't interviewed a person at 34 Fairview or civilians associated with this incident, correct?
At that point, no civilians have been interviewed, no.
But at 10:41, Sergeant, you contacted Good Samaritan Hospital to inform them that, quote, Mr. O'Keefe was struck in the face with a cocktail glass, end quote, correct?
I do not recall contacting Good Samaritan Hospital.
May I approach?
Yes.
I'd like you to take a look at this document, and if you wouldn't mind, pay special attention to the second page.
Here we go.
Paragraph where it's tabbed in pink.
He's got to read it now. He does the reading thing again. Look at it. He's going to read. Let's see. Read. Yep. Oh, yep. Put the cufflinks out. He doesn't like what he's reading there. Oh, let's read the next page. Maybe we'll find something better there. Nope. Yep. I'm fucked. They got me. Yep. I definitely said that. Oh, yeah. I'm in big trouble. I'm cooked. My goose is cooked. Here you go. Took about 2.5 minutes to read that.
Having reviewed this, does this refresh your recollection that you contacted Good Samaritan Hospital and gave them an assessment, at least based on your investigation at that time?
That is not true.
What did you say to Good Samaritan Hospital?
I never spoke to Good Samaritan Hospital. That document is for the medical examiner's office.
Oh, okay.
I'm not asking you where the document is from. I'm asking you if the document says Trooper 𝗬𝗄𝗄 Bukkake called back at 10:41 stating the case is now being treated as a suspicion.
The objection sustained.
Did you call back to Good Samaritan Hospital and say that the investigation was being treated as a suspicious due to a domestic situation. Did you say that?
I never spoke to Good Samaritan Hospital.
Did you say that there's a possibility that
You liar.
D was struck in the face with a cocktail glass?
You liar.
Sustained.
Did you ever contact anybody at any medical facility and indicate that the investigation was being treated as a suspicious, in quotation marks, because the victim appeared to have been struck in the face?
Dude, we're about to crack 9,000.
Allow that. Did you ever say that?
Let's go.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah,
Yes, I did say that to the.
Oh, so he did say it. He did say it. You got caught. And look how he looks at the jury. He knows, like, shit, I got caught. Because there's no explanation. Why did you say at 10:41 that you thought it was a domestic situation? Somebody got hit in the back of the head with a cocktail glass. And he's like, yeah, they got me. So now look at him, look at the jury. He looks at the jury because he's like, thinks that he needs to explain to them. Bro, I saw the way they look back at you. They don't believe you. This is an educated jury. It looks like there's a lot of master's degrees on that jury, to be perfectly honest with you. A lot of master's degrees. Good students. They're taking notes. They're listening. Like, this is a good jury. They picked a really good jury. They do not believe. They know a liar when they see one, Bukkake. And looking at him ain't going to change that. It ain't going to save you.
Medical examiner's operations desk.
Okay, so when I was asking you if you ever sent an exam, you said, no, that's not true. That's never happened. You were correcting me on the fact that it happened at the medical examiner's office, not this.
I responded and answered your question honestly, yes.
Okay, so honestly, you did, in fact, at 10:41 a.m. indicate to another professional involved in the investigation that the circumstance was being treated as a physical.
All right, so they got you. And we just cracked 9,000, baby. 9,000. It's dope. Dope. Okay, let's go to the next time clip here. And then we'll take a break and read some turtle chats in a minute. We got 149.50. Okay. Keep those screenshots coming. If I want to get the record tonight. I want to get 10,000, man. Imagine we got 10,000 tonight. Bro, we're about to get 9,100. Let's go. Let's go. And let's not forget about the 300 Rumble Rats over there. And God knows how many people on Twitter, but let's go.
First portion is we did not secure the home as a crime scene. And the second portion, yes, I do know how to do that.
And
actually,
as a Massachusetts State Police official, you didn't secure the outside, the interior of the house as a potential crime scene. You certainly know how to do that, right? 34 fair.
Real quick here, and I tweeted this out today, and because it just kind of came to me. I think I saw Goat Boy tweet it out, and I'm like, that's a good point. I didn't think of before. I've been to a lot of house parties in high school, right? And everybody's been to a house party in high school knows when the popo comes, right? Run. Get the fuck out of there, right? Because you don't want them calling your mom. Get out of there. Run. And the fun's over. If you're boning in the bedroom, you're getting HJ, zip it up because they're coming in the bedrooms too, right? Get out of there. Now, that's wild because had I known that in high school, like how many times have you been to a house party in high school that gets broken up by the cops and everybody leaves, right? Because they come in the house, right? In hindsight, we should have just thrown a dead cop on the lawn. Like, because that shit's like kryptonite to the state police. They will not come in your house if you just throw a dead cop on the lawn. That's like, how wild is that? They will come in your house to break up 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds drinking Miller High Life, but they won't go into a house when a dead cop is in the yard. Wild, man. It's just wild to think about. So listen, Jackson asks him about that here.
Fairview in those next few hours.
9,100.
Or the next few days, correct?
Not myself, no.
Okay. As a matter of fact, Trooper Proctor did not either, did
he? No, he did not.
You didn't secure the interior of the house as a potential crime scene. You certainly know how to do that, right?
That's a compound question. Do you want me to answer
That's
whether I did it or whether I know how to do it?
Well, I'll ask you a question.
Compound.
You can answer it.
Compound question.
Okay.
Can you answer that question?
I can answer that question.
Why don't you answer both of them then?
First portion is we did not secure the home as a crime scene. And the second portion, yes, I do know how to do that.
And you didn't, as a Massachusetts State Police official, you didn't secure the outside as a crime scene either, did you?
No. I did not know.
No, you didn't.
To your knowledge, nobody else from Massachusetts State Police ever did either, did they?
Yes, they did.
How was that done and when?
When members of our office and the CERT team responded to that location and secured the front yard grass area and processed it.
That was at 5:45 that night, on the 29th?
I believe it was earlier, but I was not present, so I can't testify to the time.
So you don't know personally what they did to quote unquote secure or not secure the crime scene. You know they searched it, but in terms of securing it as a crime scene, you don't have personal knowledge to that.
I was not present.
Okay. You never took any photos of the interior of the house, correct?
Nope.
I did not know.
Nope.
You never caused CSSS to go inside the house
Nope.
to process that house
Nope.
to crime scene,
Nope.
correct?
I did not know.
No.
No forensic criminalist at your direction ever went into 34 Fairview?
Nope.
No, they did not.
This sounds so bad. Why not?
And the people that you interviewed on January 29th, you already mentioned Ms. McCabe. The other people were her husband, Matt McCabe, correct?
That's correct.
And her brother-in-law, Brian Albert. Is that right?
That is correct.
And all three of them were interviewed where?
They were interviewed at the McCabe residence.
Not the police department, at the McCabe residence. We just sat there. And why weren't they interviewed at 34 Fairview, by the way, if that's where they were all located? Why did they go across town in a blizzard and get interviewed there? A little too much blood in the house, maybe? A little too much, signs of a struggle, perhaps? Just saying.
Yesterday, when you testified, did you indicate that Brian Albert was not present in the home when you interviewed Matt McCabe and Jennifer McCabe?
They were not. He was not present in the dining room when we were interviewing each individual separately.
So if all three of them testified that he arrived before you arrived, they would all be wrong.
I did not see him in the home when we arrived, no.
Because they got him there. Oh, I don't have the clip of this. I think I played this on Turtle Club the other night. But Jennifer McCabe, Matt McCabe, and Brian Albert all testified that Brian Albert was inside the house, Jennifer McCabe's house, when they were being interviewed by Bukkake and Proctor. Well, this guy said on the stand on Wednesday that Brian Albert got there afterwards, that he was not inside the house when Jennifer McCabe. I mean, it's a little thing, but it's just like it's everything. It's just like why are these people lying so much? Why isn't any of this on tape? Why aren't they at the police station doing this? It's not just guilty people that get questioned at the police station. It's people who have things to share. It's wild. It's wild. And speaking of wild, we're up to almost 9,200. Let's go. 10,000, baby.
I want to switch gears real quick to
I'm going to fast
a
forward.
couple of the physical items that you testified about yesterday, specifically gray shirt, or the gray shirt responsible for taking those items, tagging them, getting them stored wherever they need to be stored and processed, correct?
As a case officer, he could direct other people to perform those tasks for him, to watch and guard over them.
Who had access to that area?
Michael Proctor.
Troopers in our office.
Meaning you, obviously.
Yes.
Super Proctor as well, right?
Yes.
Ultimately, given the fact that he was the case officer, sort of in charge, he would have bagged those items up, been responsible for taking those items, tagging them, getting them stored.
So yeah, basically what he gets to here for a while, he brings the bags out. He's just like, talks about the poor way these clothes, this stuff was held on to. I know we're really impressed that you put gloves on there and, you got scissors out and it was sealed. Yeah, we're real impressed by that. But why is the shit on the floor in the room? Like, why the stuff that has microscopic taillight found 18 months later on it? Like, what about the way that was handled? You just threw the stuff all in a bag. Shit was getting wet. Like, so we're gonna skip all that. Let's get to 205 here. Okay.
Go back to the station, generate a report yourself.
I don't recall doing that. No.
There were no photos that you took of the items at the location.
I did.
Photos, correct?
I did not take photos of the items.
Okay. And the first report that indicates anything that happened or was recovered at the location on either February 4th or February 10th, that was first notated in a report dated November 4th, 2023, year and a half, year and several months later, correct?
If you say so, I do not know the exact date. That report would have to be presented to me.
May I approach? Yes.
Oh, another one, another report he doesn't remember.
You don't have to read the whole thing, but if you can skip to the part that talks about
November 4th, 2023.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
November 4th, 2023 is the first.
Now, as it relates to those two searches, I'd like to ask you a little bit about the February 4th search first. You indicated that.
So the again, this guy finds taillight. I didn't even know he found taillight. This trial, I forgot all the people that found taillight. I guess you found taillight too. On November 4th, he claims he found taillight. And I couldn't believe it when I don't know what part this said, but we'll find it. But he actually says, I almost shit myself in court when he said this, that they were instructed to just, on your way home from work, just keep driving by 34 Fairview Road. If you see any new taillight, just bring it on in. That's how they conduct murder investigations. Just do a quick drive-by. And if you see any taillight from a moving vehicle, just go grab it. As opposed to, securing the crime scene and doing a grid search of an area that's not very big and just looking for taillight. Just find it all. And, why do it? Why find it all in one search when you can just keep going back and find it more? More.
you actually responded to 34 Fairview personally, correct?
I was responding to that location on my own. I personally responded, yes.
Okay. That was because you had received information that Chief Bukkake had seen something or found something. Is that right? Chief Bukkake from Kearney PD.
That is not correct, no.
Okay. So when you got there, was Chief Bukkake there?
Yes, he was.
You just happened to go by 34 Fairview at the exact same time on the exact same date as Chief Bukkake, or was that coordinated?
There was no coordination between me and Chief Bukkake. As I testified, I had directed the troopers to go by the location. I plan to go by the location in the morning on the way to the office and in the afternoon on the way home, just to see if any more items would reveal themselves. So that morning, I was actually traveling to that location in order to...
just in case, quote, just in case any items would reveal themselves, because they don't go looking for evidence in the Massachusetts State Police. They hope the evidence comes to them. Evidence come out. It's like a game of hide and seek. I give up. I can't find you. Okay, you win. Evidence come out and reveal yourself. You win the game, tail light. I couldn't find you. You win. The evidence reveals itself. This is what this dude, and he look at him, look at the jury and try to explain to them why this is normal. Like he looks at them like, bro, this is normal. Standard police shit. You wouldn't understand. You're not a cop. You don't get it. You're not like, did you hear my resume, bro? I was a Marine. I used to work in 𝗵𝗶𝗆𝗵𝗄. I'm a kind of a big shot now. I don't know if you know that. I'm Bukkake. Yeah. Look at me. Julie Albert called me Bukkake again. Let's play that part.
I had directed the troopers to go by the location. I plan to go by the location in the morning on the way to the office and in the afternoon on the way home, just to see if any more items would reveal themselves. So that morning, I was actually traveling to that location in order to conduct a view of the area to see if any more evidence had been revealed. Prior to my arrival, approximately while I was on Chapman Street, I received a call indicating that Chief Bukkake was at the location. Yes.
So Bukkake is just 𝗵𝗵𝗆 shows up too. Oh man, 𝗵𝗆. If he's really on his deathbed, like people say, I hope he confesses, man.
Also an Officer Lank, Sergeant Lank?
I do not know Sergeant Lank was there, no.
Okay. Chief Bukkake certainly was there.
Yes.
And Chief Bukkake indicated that as he was driving by, he saw a piece of glass.
Yes.
And stopped his car and then started making phone calls.
I believe that's what he indicated to the caller, yes.
Did you question Chief Bukkake about why he was driving by the location in the first place?
Absolutely not.
Okay. You knew at that point that the Kearney Police Department had been accused because of at least an appearance or potential for conflict of interest, correct?
I knew they recused themselves due to only in respect to interviews. They didn't want to conduct interviews with us.
Well, if there's conflict of interest, Sergeant, or department, conducting the interviews is just one aspect of an investigation, correct? You knew that the entirety of the Kearney Police Department had recused itself.
Okay, they were
conducting the investigation, right?
Our office was conducting the investigation.
So did you find it unusual or suspicious in any way that the chief of police for the conflicted Kearney PD was the person driving by 34 Fairview looking for evidence?
Objection.
Can you answer that question, Sergeant?
Look at him. He would have to repeat it just so much.
Oh, yeah. Look at
it. Did you find that suspicious?
Which part? You have to repeat the whole thing.
That Chief Bukkake from the conflicted Kearney PD was at 34 Fairview looking for evidence.
The way you posed the question, I did not find it suspicious at all. He's the chief of the police in the town where he works, and he's driving down the street. I mean, that's not suspicious.
With a conflict of interest on the very case that he's driving by.
Objection.
Yes. Look at that smug smile. Like, oh no, that's normal. Yeah, the Kearney Police isn't supposed to be doing anything. And then 𝗵𝗆 goes by. 𝗵𝗆 happens to be best buddies with Brian Higgins, who benefits from Karen Reed being found guilty. So the more tail light, the better, quite frankly, as far as 𝗵𝗆's concerned. 𝗵𝗆's the same guy who messaged a reporter by the name of Mike 𝗃𝗂𝗍 from Boston 25 News on February 1st, when 𝗃𝗂𝗍 put out a tweet that said that John O'Keefe's body was found in Brian Albert's front yard. 𝗵𝗆 sends 𝗃𝗂𝗍 a message and says, can you take down that tweet? Because Brian Albert doesn't deserve to have his name dragged into this, because Brian Albert is a pillar of the community. That's what he said. And he finds taillight on the pillar of the community's front yard. Can you believe that shit? 𝗵𝗆.
You certainly knew, as a supervisor over the case officer, that any involvement by Kearney Police Department, given the fact that there's a potential conflict, any involvement by them could compromise your otherwise you back to, or did anybody dispatch you back to that location on February 10th? How'd you end up there? Is a better way.
How'd you end up at February? How'd you get back there?
February 10th, just like previous days, we made plans to go to the location in the morning and the afternoon, drive by. I was on my way to work and to home. So I traveled that route on purpose. And as evidence revealed itself due to the natural melting of the snow, we would stop and collect the visible evidence.
Yeah.
You believe at this point, so that whatever you might collect at the scene would obviously be important, correct?
anything we collected that had evidentiary value or presented itself as somehow related to the crime or the incident would be collected.
And it would be important to the investigation, right? You treat it as important.
Treat it as important, yes.
So my question is, was, especially as it relates to the February 10th, exactly where each item of evidence was found?
We did not do that. We had collected so much evidence already, and so much has been documented at that point, that we did not contact crime scene services to come back out and photograph more shards of glass and plastic. We simply collected it for processing.
So we didn't take pictures and shit, right? Okay.
Of each one of those items was not of that great importance to you?
No,
at least at that time?
not.
It was of great importance as to the fact that it was located in the vicinity where the victim was found, and in the vicinity of other items located of the same characteristic, shape, size, and color.
So that's my question. What does vicinity
mean? In the area.
Okay, what does area mean?
It's a location, specific location.
Okay, are we talking about?
Okay, so we get the point there. Let me read real quick a couple turtle chats. Let me bang out some turtle chats here to read out. We got one here. $5 from this one is from Seth. Says, "Hey Turtle Boy, keep up the good fight. What do you think is on that thumb drive Jackson wanted to play? It's all I've been thinking about since Thursday." Bro, that's the question everybody wants to know the answer to. If I had the answer, I'd be telling you right now. What do I think is on that thumb drive? Something really, really bad for the Commonwealth. That's all I'm going to say. Something on there that's going to show that I bet you it's the tape. I was in court on Wednesday when they played the first version of the tape, right? The inverted, mirrored version of the tape. And what you didn't see, what the camera didn't show you, was the reaction of Karen and her defense team when that happened. You had to see, like, I had the perfect view of it. They were going nuts. Whisper, like all talking, big smiles, like Eliza Little had the biggest smile on her face, like holy shit. And then Karen turns to her mouth and it's like, they got the wrong tape. It's the left, not the right, she whispers to her parents. It's like they're like, holy shit, they're fucking entering doctored evidence, manipulated evidence into a murder trial. Like, they're doing it in front of our eyes. They're like, do they want to go to federal prison? These people, they know the feds aren't done yet, right? Like, they know, wow, they're actually doing this. Holy shit. So there's that. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll see what's on that. We have here $5 from Kyle. He says, what kind of things will happen after KR is acquitted? I've said from day one that it's not going to matter to a lot of people. Like, a lot of people are just going to be like, oh, she got away with murder. And that's why we need the feds. So what I am hoping is that the federal investigation goes somewhere and the people who actually killed John O'Keefe are held responsible. In the meantime, what I hope is like, bro, your boy got some felony charges too. So hook your boy up, let's get that legal defense fund up, so thank you very much. We'll see what happens when that's done. Okay. And all right, next one up is from Lisa. Sends $25. Let's see what Lisa has to say here. Lisa says, hi from New Hampshire. We all know the impact you had. Wishing you 100% vindication from your charges. Great job. Thank you very much, Lisa. I appreciate that. And I know I'm going to get vindication. It's just a matter of when, not what. So thank you very much. Okay. The next one is from, I believe, Michelle. She sends $10 and says, who hates Lally enough to torture him this publicly? Nah, fuck that. He's doing it himself. Keep up the good work. Kevin and Michelle in New Jersey. All right. The dirty Jersey. Some people are saying that they feel bad for Lally. Bro, Lally he's choosing to do this. He's choosing to do this. This is like he is actively participating in this cover up, and I hope he rots in prison with the rest of them. Thank you very much. Our next one is from Katie. Sends $20 and says, thank you for everything, Turtle Boy. You're awesome. I'm seriously debating coming in from Chicago to join you all for a day. Question: do you think Proctor will turn on the McAlberts if he goes down? Yeah, these people all turn on each other. Like, they will all turn on each other real quick when it's all said and done. You'll see. These McCabe's and Alberts, they form this bond. It's temporary. The Proctor bond with them, that's temporary. They will throw these people down the river as they should. They will all, Buchanan will turn on him. They'll turn on Tully. They're all going to do, it's going to be great. I can't wait till they all start turning on each other. They have to be a united front now, but eventually when push comes to shove, they are going to have to turn on each other. So thank you very much for that. And again, she said she's debating coming in from Chicago. Highly recommend to anyone in the area. Just if you have a day off from work, come down to Dedham. Come to Norfolk Superior Courthouse. There's literally a tailgate that takes place every day right outside the buffers. Right, like, bro, we made the most out of that, like, buffer zone bullshit, First Amendment. Like we watch it down there. We protest down there. It is impossible not to see us. The jury comes in the back door anyway. So it's like, it didn't work out the way they hoped if they were trying to silence us. I'm just saying. So thank you for that one. Next one up is from, let's see. We have one here from Laura. Laura sends $25 with the comment. Laura's comment is, great work and never laughed so hard as the Colin Albert voicemail. Yo, Colin, it's them Advantage boys. Bang, bang. I'm glad you laughed with that because I caught a felony charge over it. So your laughter at least makes me feel like it was all worth something. So thank you very much for that one. Next one is from Tammy. Tammy sends 10 buckaroos, and her comment reads as follows. Let me see. Let me make sure we have. Her comment reads as follows. Just bought a t-shirt and a bumper sticker. Keep up the good work. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy that bumper sticker there. Don't back into anyone with it. All right. Don't go 24 miles an hour in reverse for 62 feet. You don't want to get caught. You don't want to get a felony, a murder indictment, even worse. All right. All right. Next one is from, where'd it go? Did I miss one here? I want to miss it. Tara sends $5 with the comment. Happy birthday, Jackson P. Okay, how about that? Shout out Jackson P. Thank you. Next one is from Dottie Joe. Dottie Joe sends 10 smackaroos with the comment. Does not appear to be a comment. So thank you very much, Dottie Joe, for the 10 smackaroos there. Next one is from Jocelyn. If I miss you, these are coming fast. So if I miss you, I'm sorry. I'll get you. $10 here from Jocelyn. Says, do you think anyone will be held accountable for submitting the altered video? Keep up the good work and much love from Idaho. Some potato turtle riders out there. Nice to see you in Idaho. Do I think anyone will be held responsible for that? No, I don't. The only people that can and would, because it ain't going to be Auntie Bev, because she sucks. She's useless. But it's definitely the feds are the only people that could and should hold them responsible for that travesty that they displayed there. Okay. Let's see. Next one up is from Megan. She sends $5 or how much she send? $5. I'm convinced the prosecution is throwing the case on purpose for some reason, maybe to give the feds what they need for their case. Love, Turtle Boy. You're doing good work. Well, thank you very much. And I've thought about that too. But they're not doing it on purpose. They just have no case. They just have no case, guys. Like, that's all it comes down to is how are they expect? I can't believe they brought this to trial. The whole purpose of this is not to defeat Karen Reed. They know that Karen Reed is never going to be convicted. It's just to give it. It's just to trick John's family. Like that. This is all this is. It's just to convince John's family that, oh, we tried. We gave it our best shot. They know full well, and that way they don't have to go up against the McAlberts. Like, and they're just going to be like, oh, they'll hate Karen Reed and they'll blame her, and at least an innocent woman's not going to jail, and they'll be able to sleep better at night, right? So there's that. Okay, next one is from was that AK that sent that? Did we get AK's tweet? $10 here. Did we read her comment or his comment? Well, I'm AK too. Let's see. AK says, Buchanan reminds me of the guy in the old 90s commercial for Keystone Light with the bitter beer face. I don't remember that. I didn't even know Keystone had commercials. It used to be my favorite beer back in the day, but I'll take your word for it. Thank you. Katie sends $20 and says, I forgot to say how much I enjoy when you say, stop it. Stop it. And I died laughing when you said Bukkake looks like a Tetris piece. He does, like that one piece that you want to like, that fills the the straight line. So you can, it comes in handy all the time. And it just goes down and you're like, fuck yeah, I got like 3 there. It's dope. I was waiting for one of those. Like, you're dying. Like, oh, please don't send me the zigzag one again. If I get another fucking zigzag, I'm gonna be toast. Oh, nice. I got the line. I got the Bukkake piece. Gold. So thank you very much for the dono there. Next one up. Let's see. We have here $10 from Danielle. Says, I just found the body cam video on Court TV's YouTube channel, and it's been edited. What body cam video? I am freaking heated right now. I didn't know there was body cam video. That's interesting. I don't know what you're referring to, but thank you very much for the dono there, Danielle. Next one is from John. John sends $50 with the comment. John's comment is, Dr. Turtle, always listening to you from Los Angeles. Nice. However, born and raised in Concord, Massachusetts, home of the revolution. Keep pushing forward, never giving up, and thank you for your honesty and commitment. Go Celtics. Yes, bro. Sweep this team tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but, you know, one step closer to the sweep tomorrow. Let's blow this freaking team out. Send a message. One of the greatest teams of all time. The 2023-24 Boston Celtics. Absolutely. Colleen sends $10 and says, I hope you can sue the state. Oh, I'm going to sue. We're suing. We've got a legal team assembled, work in progress. I feel like it's coming. Believe me. I'm not taking 60 days in the can lying down. Not happening. So thank you very much for that. Next one up we have here. Trish sends $10 or $25. I think this is Trish. $25 and says, true crime and box wine lady is still batshit crazy and trashy. Thanks for all you do, Aidan. And it's good. It's good that like people like her, she's just so garbage. She's such a disgusting, vile person. And you look at her bags, you're just like, this is exactly what I imagine a woman drinking box wine and having a TikTok all day does. She's fucking stupid. Like when you read her comments, she used to like beg me to come on her TikTok. Can you come on my TikTok for views? She would beg me to come on her TikTok. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to go on some box wine lady's TikTok. Later on, when she flipped, I'm like, okay, I'll go on now to debate you. I'll go on now to set you straight if you want. And I think it's like her pinned tweet because I recognized her for the first time because, you know, I'm at her and she does it. Right. And, because most of you watching are like, who the fuck is this? I don't know who this is. Nobody, it doesn't matter who she is. She's just some trash bag with the Jennifer Kofendafer. She's like a bootleg Kofendafer. And she tweeted something out the other day about Elizabeth Reed. All right. Elizabeth Reed is the sister of Karen Reed. A lot of people don't know that. Karen Reed has a sister. And she tweeted something nasty about that, like, oh, Karen Reed's sister, Liz Reed, hates her. And she doesn't support her and she thinks she's guilty. Wrong. I've spoken with Elizabeth Reed before. Elizabeth Reed messaged me. So her relationship with Karen is strained, right? But guess what? That's none of our business. Like, it's none of our business because Elizabeth Reed messaged me and told me, and I got the screenshot. People, I'm not posting because I don't have her permission to post it. But she told me straight up, I don't have a good relationship with my sister. We don't talk. But I support her innocence 1000%, and thank you for doing what you're doing. So fuck you, box wine lady. You're wrong again, you liars. All these people do is lie. Thank you. Next one, Amanda sends $5, supporting you from Chicago, another Chicagoan. Thank you for all you're doing to shine light on this case, and more importantly, fighting to protect our First Amendment rights, free speech. Go Trump. Okay. Thank you for that one from Chicago. Appreciate that. Next one is Leslie, the lovely Leslie, sends me 10 smackaroos with the comment. Let me get these lined up. Her comment says, after Thursday's inverted video, the judge should have dismissed it. Anti-Bev, though, you know. There is no way a light would break into pieces by hitting a human. It's not possible. Let's do a reenactment. We've done many reenactments. Like, check out some of our earlier work where, was it Justin Ambrosino, like, takes raw meat and just smacks the shit off a taillight and it doesn't break. It takes a lot to break a taillight, you know, like a vehicle. Oh, Oh, and I just told my guys to drive by every day just to check some bullshit shady ass cop work. It's so true. Thank you very much for that. And we haven't even gotten to the inverted video. We're going to get to it. Next one is from Colleen again. I hope you can sue the state for Yuri's fuck up. Oh, I'm going to sue. Believe me, we got something going. Next one is from Britt. Sends 10 smackaroos. Says, listening, coming home from the Bananas game. Savannah Bananas, and I was as excited for this show as I was for the game. Finally made it to the courthouse last week, and so happy I did. Again, go down one day, dude. The crowds are growing down there. It's an event. What a vibe. Free Karen and justice for Officer O'Keefe. Thank you very much for that one. I appreciate that, Dono. Okay, next one is from Aaron. Aaron sends $50. Thank you very much, Aaron. You guys are generous tonight. I'm just getting some other comments lined up here. Aaron sends, where'd it go? Her comment says, if the McAlberts can butt dial, can everyone please butt like this right now? You loses. Thanks for everything, Unc. Free Karen Reed and Officer John O'Keefe justice. Absolutely. Thank you very much for that, generous Dono. Next up, we have, let's see here. Sam? Is this Sam? No. Sam sends $10 and says, we're all watching Adam Lally fail spectacularly at the craft for which he has an advanced degree. I don't know how advanced it is. Can't imagine how bad he is at sex. Yikes. Does he wear the hair gel? Does he use it as lube? I don't know. Same goes for all the utterly inept cops with inferiority complexes. Yeah, a lot of small dick energy coming out of the Canton Police Department. I'll tell you that much. $10 here from Steve-O. Says the entire Canton Police Department tries to mansplain Karen into jail, and Lally thinks it's wise to have the jury see O'Keefe goon brother Roydhead glare at her from 3 feet away each and every day. I know. Just what's up with the Paul O'Keefe glaring? Like, does he think that's a good look? Like, dude, I can't stand Paul O'Keefe. I hate him. All right. Next up, we have here, who's this? We have Tony sends $10. Tony sends 10. Says, please play the Keystone Light commercial from the 90s from the bitter beer face guy. It's Yuri. If anyone has a link to that, you could send it to me and I could try to play it towards the end. Thank you. Next one, $5 from Nathaniel. Sends $5 and says the following. Hey, Turtle, big fan. Keep it up. Also, Mavs in 6. I'm sorry, my dude. I don't think it's going to end that way, but best of luck to your team. You had a nice run. You made the NBA Finals. That's pretty cool. But, we were there a couple years ago. You're not ready for this. This is a championship team you're going against, my dude. So maybe next year. Maybe if somebody on the Celtics gets hurt next year or something bad, I don't know. But we're in the middle of a dynasty here. We're building a dynasty, so got bad news for you. Okay. Nathan sends $5. Where'd it go? And Nathan sends $5. Or is this Nathan? Yeah. I know. I already read that one. I just read Nathan. All right. Next one is from Collins. Sorry, I have a shitload to get there. We're gonna come read all these at the end, I promise. Collins sends $10 and says, I hope you can sue the state. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm definitely gonna sue the state when this is done. Thank you, Collins. Next one is from let's see. We have one from Leslie. And I got the Keystone Light one. You don't have to send that anymore. Thank you. Leslie sends $10 and says, Leslie from St. Louis. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with this case. I was watching the brother of John every day in court. The camera pointed right at him. He looks genuinely conflicted. Your thoughts? Trust me. Paul O'Keefe is not the least bit conflicted. Paul O'Keefe's an asshole. Paul O'Keefe invited a lying scag, a whore, if you will, who sent me to jail because she made up a lie about assault and battery that never happened on Christmas Eve, mind you, because she got dumped and couldn't get over it. And he decided that he's going to befriend her and bring him to court because he considers that appropriate for his brother's murder trial. Like that's how seriously he's taken this. He's more concerned about me than he is about justice for his brother. So there's that. Thank you. he can go fuck himself. All right, next one is from, we got 525 from Holly. Says, thank you for all you've sacrificed. It's a good word. On behalf of all of us to stand up to corruption and speak the truth. It's been worth it. It sucked, but it's been worth it. I wish I lived closer to do more. Hashtag free Karen Reed and Turtle Boy. Thank you very much, Holly. It's very appreciated there. All right. Next one is from $5 from PJ. Says, almost positive Emily D. Baker worked with Alan Jackson in the California prosecutor's office. Would not surprise me. Would not surprise me. So thank you very much for that one. Let's see. Next up, we have here Larry. Larry sends $10. Let's see what Larry has to say. Hold on. We're getting through these as fast as we can. Larry sends $10 and says, Paul, Larry is a dude. Okay. Thank you very much for that one. All right. Next one we have, let's see. Next one is from Oksana. That's an interesting name. 𝗥𝗏𝗄𝗆. Oksana sends $25 and says, the power of we the people is truly showing in this case. Can't believe you weren't scared to do what you did and still do. But your courage is paying off. I'm not scared as shit, man. I don't want to go to jail. I mean, jail sucked. I don't want to go back to jail. I'm all scared of that. But, I'm not scared of these people. I'm not backing down. They're much more scared of me, as they should be. Because my reporting is going to be the downfall of all these mofos, as Sean on the Gulf would say. All these mofos, they're going to jail because of my reporting. I'm bringing them all down. And they're not physically scared of me, but they don't want to go to jail. Cops don't do well in jail. So, they are scared in that regard. So thank you very much for that for that dono. Okay. Next one is from Uncle Todd, sends $25, says, come see Angry Hill, a rock band, Boston, Massachusetts, Friday, June 14th at the Porch in Medford, Massachusetts. There you go, folks. If you're in Medford, go check them out. Thank you for that one, Uncle Todd. Next up, we have Nancy sends $5 and says, Turtle Boy, you were the reason why Trooper Bukkake's butt hurts about the pronunciation of his name. I know he's so mad about that. He's so mad Julie Albert said that. Thank you for that. I thoroughly enjoyed watching him squirm. We all do. We all do. Thank you for that. Okay, next one, $25 here from Elizabeth, and says, do you think there's any chance of someone actually going on record with actual knowledge of what happened to John O'Keefe? Not until the feds come in, like until they're all, maybe Sarah Levinson or someone like that. Someone's going to squawk eventually, but maybe not. And it's all up to the feds. It's all up to the feds. So thank you for that. We have here, let's see, I'll read like a couple, then we got to get back to the content, folks. We got to get back to the content. We have here, Michelle sends $10 and says, love your song. Need a new one. Free Karen Reed, flip, boom. I love it too. Thank you very much for that donation there. We have just M, I guess, sends 5 smackaroos with the comment. What did M say? M's comment is the most suspicious part of Bukkake's testimony is that he never said rally up. I know. Jennifer Covendaver, didn't they rally up there? Isn't that what they were called? So interesting. Okay. We got $10 here from Robbie Kingman, former student of mine, and says Yuri's dentures. Yikes. Yeah, he needs some. So thank you for that one. Little Irish girl Thomas sends the next one. She has a donation here of $10. Her comment reads as follows. Just sending love and support, justice for everyone. Thank you very much, little Irish girl Thomas. Appreciate that. We got Marianne sends $25, says, do you think Karen or Proctor will testify? Proctor's not going to have a choice because if the prosecution doesn't call him, the defense will. And I think that we've kind of cucked them into calling Proctor. Their plan was not to call Proctor. They did not want to call him. But all this shit that Alan Jackson did the other day, calling him Proctor, being like, where's Proctor? Now they have no choice. So I think that he's kind of forced their hand into calling Proctor. So, because they realize, like, shit, man, they keep talking about. They want the jury to forget Michael Proctor exists. He's a real liability for them. They do not want this guy. He's going to have to plead the fifth. As Mark Bettero has said, like if he were his client, he would advise him to take the fifth. Do not talk. Nothing you say up there is going to help you. Please don't do that. So we'll see what happens with that. We have here $25 from John. Says, shit, I'm thinking of flying over from Tasmania, bro. It's like complete opposite side of the world to join the crew for a week. I'm so invested. I love you, Doc. Tom, Will, Dina, Brian, all of you. That is fucking, imagine we get some Australians here. We already got Brits. Imagine we get some Australians there on the front lines. That would be awesome. Next one here is from, and I'd love to meet you, is from Joanne. Sends $10, $25 and says, if not for you, none of this would be. Always have your back. Balls of steel. XO Jojo Rogue Townie. Thank you very much, Jojo Rogue Townie. Next one here. I'm sorry. Let's see. Pam sends $10. I'm going to read a couple more of these and we're going to get back. I promise. Because we haven't gotten to the inverted video and it's getting late. It might be like a 3-hour show tonight. We'll see. Come on. Come on, Pinwheel. We have here $10 from, oh no, we got that one. Pam sends $10. Says, much love from Kansas City, Missouri. Nice. Turtle Boy, I love the work you do. What are your thoughts about Officer O'Keefe's sneaker color? So I've been bombarded with this. It's been all over. I guess the shoe that he showed and the shoe that was in that picture have different color soles. One is black and one is white. I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting to jump on that's a scandal train. I'm waiting to see what the defense does. If the defense doesn't jump all over that, then it might be much ado about nothing. There might be some logical explanation regarding the sunlight or whatever. I don't know. I don't like to jump on shit that somebody posted on TikTok or something. Like I like to see where the defense goes with it. Because if they're not going to run with it, I mean, why would they show a different shoe? That's just weird. Like I don't understand the point of that. So that's my thoughts on that one. Where'd it go? All right, we have here. This is from Linda. Since $25 says, makes me worried it could have been me and no one would have cared. I would have cared, Linda. But you're right. It's sad. How many people have they done this to? The scariest part about this is how easily they did it. They did it so easily. Like it just came so naturally to them. Like, yeah, we'll just cover up this murder. No problem. It makes me think they've done it before. So thank you very much. We got $5 here from Brave Little Toaster, or AJ. Says, Dr. Turtleboy, when are you, Sean, and Mark getting together to share your knowledge? Bro, that would be like the panel from hell, like the awesomeness of hell. Maybe we'll put that panel together. That'd be awesome. And he says, to share your knowledge, you'd have 30,000 in the chat, and you can encourage people to donate to the Kearney Defense Fund or not. You do you. Thank you for everything. Thank you very much. That's a good question. We'd love to do that. Okay, Blue Ivy sends $10. It says Dallas checking in. Go Mavs. I'm sorry. I can't get on Go Mavs. I feel bad for you people. Again, you should thank you for the $10, but you should be happy you made it there. We were happy a couple years ago against Golden State. It wasn't our time. It's our time now. So I'm really sorry about that, but thank you for the donation. A couple more here. $5 from Amanda says, what's your thoughts on the inverted video? And what we're going to get to that. So hold your horses on that. Aaron sends $20 and says, when the Celtics wins, us, Turtle Boy, and Free Karen Reed supporters should all collect as a team there. We have Kyle Van Noy's getting on it, guys. Kyle Van Noy, the former Patriots linebackers, tweeting out support for this now. Let's get Porzingis and Fam on too. Let's get Jaylen Brown on this. He's like into social causes, right? I know she's white, but you know, come on, Jaylen, let's go. Okay, so there's that. Okay. So again, I got more turtle chats to read. I don't want to forget the cash apps. So I want to read a couple of these, as many as I can. If anyone else wants to donate, the link is at the top. I will bang through as many of these as I can. I'm going to read these fast. Ready? Let's go. Okay. Mary sends $20 and says, "What's good for thee, not good for me," says the prosecution. You're right about that. Next one is Alex sends $5, says, "Amazing work following from Guatemala." That's a new one. Guatemala. Thank you. Tammy sends $25 and says, "Free Karen Reed, free Turtle Boy." Amen, girlfriend. Riley sends $10, says, "Please shout out my mom, Marianne. She loves you." And free Karen Reed. Shout out to Marianne. It's always the moms. Everybody always comes up to me and they're like, "Oh man, can I get a picture? My mom loves you." The moms love me. Thank you very much. Jeffrey sends $20 and says, "Turtle Boy, Pulitzer Prize journalism. Love you from Detroit." Love you too, Jeffrey. Sorry. I apologize, Jeffrey. Thank you. Crystal sends $10, says, "Funny thing, he didn't show the shoe that they found." Yeah, there's a little controversy that. Thank you. Leslie sends $10, says, "No comment." Thank you, Leslie. And she sends another 5 with the comment, says, "I think the shoes had different color soles." Kind of addressed that already, but we'll see what happens with that. Thank you. Jaden sends $10 and says, "Anyone notice low shirt, a paw print?" I didn't see that, Jaden, but thank you. Jaden sends 10 again and says, "Do Turtle Boy, you was the light that shined for Karen Reed." Thank you very much. I like to be the light that shines on injustice. Put a big spotlight on injustice, and let's get some reform up in this bitch. Thank you. Jane sends $20, says, "Bukkake is a smug prick." No argument there. Great job, Bunk. Thanks, Jane. Andrea sends 25, says, "You rock and look good in a tee." Stop it. Why was Bev so sad? I don't think she's sad. I think she's loving the limelight, man. I think she's loving the limelight. That's from Audra. Thank you very much, Audra. $6 from Nancy says, "CP came to the house after 129 to ask for my ring video." Who's CP? Chris, who's CP? Canton Police came to your house to ask for your ring video. Hit me up, Nancy. I'd like to hear more about that. Thank you. Lindsay sends $10 and says, "Never shut you up. Haters, hashtag free Karen Reed from Texas." A lot of Texas turtle riders here tonight. Joe, welcome aboard. Gene sends $25, says, "No comment." Thank you, Gene. David sends $10 and says, "From Amy Fried Rice, who's Scanlon and what does he know?" Scanlon is the guy that the initial whistleblower that went to David Yannetti, I believe, on February 3rd and told him that your client's innocent, and that I'm told that he had knowledge that John was inside the house, that he was beat up by Brian Albert, his nephew, and an ATF agent, both unnamed. And that is kind of what got they thought something smelled fishy before that, but that's how they knew. And they've kind of operated. So he's the initial whistleblower who kind of afterwards shit his pants after they wanted him to go on record. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, I don't know anything about that." So he's not being called as a witness because he wouldn't be a good one. Gene says $10 and says, "Rotten hell, rat bastards, second Dono." Thank you, Gene. I appreciate that. Rotten hell indeed. Okay. Again, if anyone else wants to donate and have their donos read, it's the link is at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $Uncle Let's get back to this inverted video, shall we? Okay. So let's fast forward here. What happened? Where'd it go?
Any of other items located of the same. I would have to see the bag.
That Miss Reed's car came close to, came in contact with, or close to coming in contact with the other vehicle, the Traverse, in the video. Is that right?
So they wrote in their report that they reviewed the ring video, and when Karen was pulling out of 1 Meadows Ave at 5:07 a.m., they came close to John's vehicle. Because if he hit John's vehicle, that would explain the broken taillight, right? So he just came close. That's what the report says.
The video, as I watched the video, I observed the vehicle come near Mr. O'Keefe's car.
Okay, that's what I want to talk about.
Cindy, who's your daddy?
Maybe play that video one more time.
Now this is great.
Pull that up and then I'm going to ask you to pause it and get out of the way. Okay, you just play that for a quick second, and then I'll ask you to pause it. Pause. Does that appear to be, I'm just pausing it in the first 2 or 3 seconds, does that appear to be the video that you saw yesterday?
It appears that way, yes.
Okay. Mr. Bates, if you could enlarge the area around the the left rear tire of the Traverse.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm going to ask you,
watch
sir,
this.
if you'll pay close attention to what's been zoomed, and when the SUV gets close to it, I'm going to pause it and ask another question. You go ahead and play this.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to this.
So why don't we pause the screen?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to this. Why on earth would Adam Lally object to this coming into evidence? Like, either it's going to show the car, because it's going to show the car moves. Why this is obstruction of justice. Why would he not want the jury to see this? If he had nothing to hide, if he doesn't hit this car, why on earth would he object to this? Please
take it down, and I'll see you at sidebar.
Take it down. Unbelievable. So they have a sidebar, and then the prosecution wins.
I'm asking you to pay special attention to that wheel and any movement that you may or may not see.
Here we go. Watch the wheel. Watch the wheel.
In about the next 3 seconds, Sergeant, I'm asking you to pay special attention to the wheel.
There it is.
Sergeant,
there it is. It moved. It moved.
Sergeant, were you able to see that video? I know it's not the clearest thing in the world.
It's undeniable.
Did you see that video, okay?
Yes.
What did you notice about the rear wheel of the Traverse?
Based on the motion in the shot with the snow falling, it appears that there is movement, but the video speaks for itself.
The video, first of all, it does move. So he's forced to admit it moves there. The video speaks for itself, he says. That's what he actually said. The video speaks for itself. This is what he says about videos now. This is the same guy, mind you, who on Wednesday narrated for us a play-by-play of Karen getting drinks from the bar. Like, he didn't say the video speaks for itself there. He's like, see that? Oh, she purchased a drink right there. I'm going to tell you all. It's a drink in a cylindrical glass. He didn't say the video speaks for itself with that. But this one, which is actually shows that she, I mean, who gives a shit if she's getting drunk? Doesn't matter. Doesn't prove shit. The fact that she backed into a car and video, that matters. That's like evidence that the taillight probably broke doing that. But the video speaks for itself. As Alan Jackson says, yes, it does.
What would you assess based on the movement of the rear wheel of the Traverse about whether or not the two vehicles came in contact with one another?
Objection.
Sustained.
Okay.
The cufflinks. I can't.
Just hold on. Yes. To the 𝗬𝗵𝗺 garage. You have that in mind?
Yes.
Matter of fact, we watched one of them pretty specifically toward the end of the day yesterday. Did you actually, I want to talk about the one that is the clearer of the two, where you slip. You remember that one?
If you pull it up, I can.
Another way. Did you actually personally go to Canton, to Canton PD, to retrieve any or all of the videos of the 𝗬𝗵𝗺? You yourself.
I did go to Canton and collect already extracted video, but it was a portion of video surveillance. I didn't collect all of the video. So
when was the most recent time that you went to Canton to collect a portion of the video?
I don't remember. Okay. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Did you review well, let me ask it this way. Did you collect the video that was sought on about April 23rd or 24th this year, in just a few weeks?
Did I collect it?
Correct.
I did not collect that video of April this year. No.
You're aware that the video that you saw yesterday was in fact collected after the trial started in April of 2024?
Objection.
Sustained.
Are you aware of when that video that we saw yesterday was collected?
Objection.
Oh.
I am not aware.
Okay. Was yesterday the first time you'd seen that video?
No.
When had you seen that video previously?
Yeah, when did you see it?
A couple of weeks ago.
Okay. What were the circumstances in which you saw that video?
DA's office.
Communication with Mr. Lally about your testimony.
Objection.
Sustained.
Objection. Sidebar.
Yes.
Okay. So sidebar.
General.
With Mr. Lally in anticipation of your testimony?
Yes.
When was that?
It was about 2 weeks ago, and then
where's Paul? Paul left
last week, I believe.
And what was discussed?
Generally, we discussed the portions of the case that I would be presenting.
Did you write a report about your communications with Mr. Lally?
No, I did not.
Were you sure
so we're going to skip
you or Trooper Proctor having access to or messing with in any way that right rear tail light in any fashion? And you said never.
I was asked if at any point Trooper Proctor and I had came into contact, I believe, or touched the vehicle and that portion of the vehicle, and I said never. We never touched the vehicle prior to it being properly processed with a search warrant.
And that was specifically his question was to, and your answer was to the right rear portion, right rear tail light.
The right rear damaged tail light, correct.
With the court's permission, I'd like to play a portion of Exhibit 446.
Okay.
Before we begin playing it, Mr. Bates, if you wouldn't mind, may I inquire, Your Honor, of the Witness Display Foundation? Sir, did you recognize this as being the video that you saw yesterday?
So notice
It does
number
look
4.
accurate. Yes.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page. This is 446, just so you have in mind if I reference that. So if you could play that. That I think is runtime 120.
So this is the no, of course. So they play this on Wednesday, and it's like nothing. He never mentions that it's mirrored. Never mentions it. How did it become mirrored? Was it like this when you got it? Like, do you not have an obligation to tell the jury this? This matters so much because it shows the intent of the Commonwealth. The intent is to deceive. They had an obligation to tell the jury that this video, the video you're seeing, is mirrored. Why does it matter? It matters because the right taillight is broken. The right taillight is broken. So the jury knows this. And this whole trial is about a taillight. So they're going to be focused on that. And they're going to be focused on anyone who's around the right taillight. And as you can see in this video, the right taillight is, you can see it. It's full, like that's, you can't hide. Any officer that's near the right taillight is going to be on camera. Right? What appears to be the right taillight. So that's the one that they need to focus on. So there can be no shenanigans around the right taillight, but the left taillight is hidden. But who gives a shit about the left taillight? Because the left taillight's not broken. So who gives a shit about the left taillight, right? So pay no attention to the left taillight. The right taillight is the one that we want to focus on, except right is left and left is right. That's why that matters. Because the jury this whole time has been trained to think right taillight. Focus on the right taillight. And they present this video and they don't tell them that actually the right taillight is the left one, and the left one is really the one you should be focusing on because it's actually the right. They don't mention that. That is so important. To not tell the jury this is intentionally deceiving them. They know it's shisty, it's shady, and it's just like, why are you tricking us? You're trying to trick us, and you can't play dumb because this was done intentionally. This didn't happen on its own. Someone did this. Someone did this to try to trick the jury. They will never trust Adam Lalli again. Adam Lalli put this into evidence in court. And again, I was in court on Wednesday when they saw this. The defense team, it was the first time they'd ever seen it. They were freaking out like, holy shit, they're really doing this. And I can't believe they had the balls to do this while the feds were watching them. I cannot believe they had to do the balls to do this while the feds are actively watching this case, looking for an excuse to indict people. And Adam Lalli's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. What was the purpose of this? Why? What did he think this was going to do? Like, Adam Lalli has to know that the chances of convicting Karen Read in this, is what? 0.001%? Like maybe 1 out of a 10,000 chance of convicting her? What was he hoping that this would do? Increase their chances to like 0.004 or something like that? Like, what? It's like these people who buy 10 Powerball tickets. Where the fuck would you buy 10 Powerball tickets? Just buy one. You're probably not going to win anyway. Buying 10 really isn't going to increase your chances of winning because you went from 1 in a million to 1 in 100,000. That's really not, you ain't winning. You ain't winning. You still need a miracle. So what is the purpose? And then all he did was give the federal government the reason to indict him doing this. It's wild that he did this. Stupid. You have kids, Adam Lalli. What are you doing?
Do you recognize that as the video we saw yesterday?
Yes, I do.
Very briefly, if you could move to time of day, 5:37:05.
All right, keep going. Inverse. Okay, let's get to the part here. All right, here we go.
Court's permission, can we play this one?
Yes.
All right,
This is the driver.
The vehicle coming into the Sally Port, and we're looking at which side of the vehicle.
So that is the driver's side of the vehicle. What that video depicts is a mirror collection. Although mirrors are accurate representation of what you're seeing, it's just inverted. So that is the driver's side of the vehicle. I do not know why it is inverted, but that's the way it was presented, collected and presented from Canton Police.
Can you see a timestamp or time and date stamp on the bottom of that? It's in blue.
I cannot know.
Does it appear that time and date stamp, if you can't read every letter on it, that is in correct order? In other words, that's not inverted.
I cannot read it, no.
All right, let's go and play this for a second. Who's that just got out of the car?
I do not know. I think that's the tow truck driver. He would have the only access to the vehicle. We did not touch the vehicle.
Who's that on the left?
I missed it. I was looking down at the laser pointer. I do not know. I know for a fact, I'm the gentleman that's wearing a dark olive drab state police baseball style hat, and Trooper Mike Proctor is wearing a winter hat.
Trooper Proctor's wearing what?
A winter hat.
So he said he doesn't know?
That was playing, I didn't realize it was
I'm
playing.
going to play that again.
That was playing, I didn't realize it was playing.
Hold on.
State police access to the vehicle. We did not touch the vehicle.
Who's that on the left?
I missed it. I was looking down at the laser pointer. I do not know. I know.
I do not know. He says, I do not know. I think I have video of him saying otherwise. Let me see if I can find it here. I'm almost positive that there is video out there. Maybe I can't. I thought I had it archived. I could have sworn I had this video. Did I screenshot a timestamp? I might not have this. There was so much. It's so hard to like go back and find timestamps from other shit. But yes, on Wednesday, I mean, I could pull it up if anybody's got it. I could find it. I know as a fact that on Wednesday, he said that's Trooper Proctor. When asked by Lally who that is, he said that's Trooper Proctor. Now all of a sudden he doesn't know who that is. Bro, it's Trooper Proctor. You said so yourself. Like you said so yesterday, dude.
For a fact, I'm the gentleman that's wearing a dark olive drab state police baseball style hat, and Trooper Mike Proctor is wearing a winter hat.
Trooper Proctor's wearing what?
A winter hat.
Again, if anybody has like, okay, I'm just told that I think I got the link. Somebody just sent it to me. Hold on, let me see if I got it. Yeah, this is the one. Copy. Thank God. I mean, the internet's just all over this shit. It's great. There's nothing they can hide anymore. I got it. Okay.
Those individuals.
we go.
Reference to any individuals you see in this video, do you recognize any of those individuals?
I can recognize Trooper Proctor myself. Other than that, I don't remember
Trooper
exactly
Proctor
who
and
else was
myself.
present at
I guess he can.
this moment in time.
If you could start using the laser pointer before you just direct your attention to where you observe yourself and where you observe.
Okay. Which one's Proctor?
That's Trooper Proctor.
Oh,
myself.
this is Proctor and himself. Yeah.
Yesterday, when you testified,
God, I love the
you
internet.
indicated that the two individuals in this scene were you and Trooper Proctor, correct?
God, I love the
That is
internet.
not correct. There was two individuals in the rear of the vehicle. I shined my light to. That was me and Trooper Proctor.
Do you see Trooper Proctor toward the back of the rear of the vehicle there?
I can't tell.
Oh my
of,
God.
what
You could tell
the
yesterday.
head is. I just know that Trooper Proctor was wearing a black hat.
Oh, he's coming from the side there.
Who was that just got out of the car?
I don't fucking know.
I do not know.
I don't
think
fucking
that's
know.
the tow truck driver. He would have the only access to the vehicle.
I don't fucking know.
We did not touch the vehicle.
Yeah, you keep saying that. You keep saying that. So shout out to, what's this Twitter account? At 𝗵𝗵𝗄𝗎. Thank you very much. Give that a retweet right there. I'm retweeting that. Good job, 𝗵𝗵𝗄𝗎. So we're gonna get. So I love the internet, man. You guys are all over this shit, man. All over this shit. Wait, is that still playing? Okay. All right. So let's go back to let's play some more of this. So then again, a lie. Like, why lie? Now, I don't know if the jury's going to remember that from the day before because there's so much information, but I'm sure it will all be pointed out. Like, dude, you said that yesterday.
That was playing. I didn't realize it was playing while you were talking.
So that's the tow truck driver. Okay. Watch this.
And stuff. Yesterday, when you testified, you indicated that the two individuals in this scene were you and Bukkake, correct?
That is not correct. There was two individuals in the rear of the vehicle I shined my light to. That was me and Bukkake.
You see Bukkake toward the back of the rear of the vehicle there?
I can't tell because of what the head is. I just know that Bukkake was wearing a black hat.
What's the person in that in the video to the left, to the rear of the car, is wearing a black hat, correct?
Yes,
I can't tell.
It does, Candace.
I don't want to be locked into a statement where later on you show me that it's somebody else magically. I can't testify to that.
No magic about this.
I don't want to be locked into a statement where later on I'm locked into it. AKA, I don't want to. My inclination right now is to lie. But if I lie and then you can prove I'm lying later on, I don't want to get a perjury charge and get fucked. So I'm just going to say nothing because I don't feel comfortable lying right now because I think you're really good at your job. And you're going to get me. You're Alan Jackson. Like, I'm scared of you.
It's your testimony. I'm just asking what you see.
I don't see that, no.
Let's go ahead and play it this way.
So is that the tow truck driver or Bukkake? Oh, that's Bukkake. Take a picture.
You see the person toward the back of the vehicle walking toward
Proctor.
the opposite side of the
Proctor.
SUV?
I do.
What area does he appear to go into?
He appears to be going towards the rear passenger side of the vehicle, although
the rear passenger side of the vehicle. But to the jury yesterday, when they saw this video, it looks like he's going to the driver's side of the vehicle. Because, you know, we drive on that side of the road in the United States. The driver's on the left-hand side of a car. So they did that on purpose because Proctor goes over there and hides. And what's he doing there, man? What's he doing? What's he up to?
it does not appear so because the video is inverted, a mirror image. That's where he's going.
And Sergeant Bukkake, you testified for at least a half an hour about this video yesterday, correct?
I'm sorry, it was a long day. I don't know the timing of how long I testified.
You significantly testified about this video yesterday, did you not?
I testified about this video.
And you testified that it was true and accurate, correct?
Correct.
You testified that it was reflective of your observations of what was happening in that Sally Port that evening, correct?
I testified that this is a accurate scene and collection of video evidence from the Sally Port.
And as that truck sits in that Sally Port, just like this, it appears from all perspectives that what we're looking at is the passenger side of the car, and that right rear taillight is right there shining in our face, correct? From this perspective.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
From this perspective, from the perspective that the jurors are looking at, from all indications, that would appear to be the right side of the truck, the passenger side of the truck, and that taillight that you can see is the right rear taillight from this perspective, correct?
The way it presents itself, yes.
And yesterday, during the entirety of your question by Mr. Lau, not once did you mention that this video is actually completely inverted.
I did not know.
Mr. Lau didn't ask you if it was inverted, correct?
I like that question. Like, so it's Lally. He's calling Lally out too. Mr. Lally didn't ask you. Not only did you lie, right? Did you maybe not lie, try to deceive the jury, but Mr. Lally also tried to deceive the jury. This jury is never going to trust Adam Lally again, which is a problem because he's the lead prosecutor in this. And he needs to convince them that Kearney did this. It's done. It's over. Monday, they should be coming in. And if Adam Lally had any dignity or any desire to save himself, he would come in on Monday and say, Your Honor, we're filing a motion to dismiss. We would like to drop the charges against the defendant. That is his only way out of this, because it's over. This jury is lost. They are never going to convict this woman. All he can do at this point is dig himself a deeper hole. It is over. Over.
That's correct.
And if I hadn't gotten up here because I'm questioning you, that would be left uncorrected, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
The person with the winter cap appears to walk directly to the what ultimately should be the right rear taillight of this car, correct?
That's the vicinity, yes. That's where he is. Yeah.
Awesome. I'd like you to pay attention to the right rear of this car. And I know we're completely backward, but it's the far corner of the car. If you see a person's head there.
Proctor.
It appears as if someone's still there.
What's he
And that
doing?
person is located at or near what portion of the car?
In real life or as it's depicted?
Is the person near in real life, near the right rear tail light of the car?
Yes.
Matter of fact, standing there, hovering around there, correct?
We don't know the distance that they are in proximity to the actual vehicle. We just know that they're behind the vehicle. That
Looks like it's pretty close, doesn't it? Sergeant?
Objection.
Does that look like he's in close proximity to the right rear tail light?
As I said, I can't tell how far away he is from the vehicle.
It's right there, sir. You can't tell that he's right next to the right rear tail light?
Objection.
Sustained.
Why can't you say it?
I want you to pay attention to what that person does as soon as the other person comes out from behind that car. So you see him move.
Watch this. Oh, what the hell was that? What was that? What was that? What just happened? Watch this. If you didn't like, dude, this I cannot tell you in court when this happened and we all watched it. The collective, oh my fucking God. Holy shit. Watch this. Boom. The ghost. The ghost.
You see that person move?
What's that?
I saw movement in the frame, yes.
Right when the other person is in eyesight of the person toward the right rear, correct?
I mean, the video speaks for itself.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. The video speaks for itself. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Objection, Your Honor.
The objection sustained. No commenting, Mr. Jackson. We've talked about that.
I'm going to ask Mr. Bates to back it up because there's one other issue I want you to pay attention to if you can.
She's so like pro prosecution too. Like, dude, Auntie Bev, if you have any dignity and you're watching this injustice play out, and you're shame on you, Auntie Bev, for not immediately putting an end to this. You have the ability, you are allowing this to continue. Shame on you. If you are not in on this and you're not just as corrupt as them, you are just an incompetent government stooge. Shame on you. Shame. Oh, you're gonna. Oh, you don't have. He can't say yes. Yes, it does. Yeah, you can't say that's a problem. But what's displaying in front of you, that's not problematic. Okay.
Moment right before this moment, and that is the timestamp. Back it up maybe 10 seconds. Right about there. Don't play yet. Instead of paying attention to the individuals, I'm going to ask you, can you see, may I put the screen on this? Can you see the timestamp at 5:37 and 37 seconds p.m.? Can you see that from where you're at?
No, I cannot.
Me neither. But I don't have to. Let's play for about 10 seconds.
There it is.
Pause it.
And there's another head. Who is that?
Can you see another person?
Is that Kevin Albert?
There was a fog of some sorts.
Fog?
It did appear as if a person was actually there was two people back there, and two people walked away, or one person walked away.
Timestamp jumped to 5:38:01. Correct?
I cannot see the timestamp, sir.
Did it appear that there was an anomaly? There's a portion of that video that was deleted. Or it's missing. Not deleted, just missing.
Objection.
Can you tell that? Does it appear that way to you, Sergeant?
No, Your Honor, I cannot tell what is happening with the video.
If you take a close look at there's a classic police car in that Sally Port, correct?
There's an antique vehicle there, yes.
If you take a close look at the trunk of that vehicle, see the word police?
Yes, I believe I can read that, yes.
That's backward, correct? I have 42.
Look at all these mofos.
Another 20 seconds. There you go. Can we just play at this point? No. You take one pause. Pause it. You see the Southport garage came down?
Yes.
You see a number on the garage?
I do.
Is that correct?
Number 4.
What is correct?
Does the number appear correct? Is that how you make it 4?
No, the number's in the mirror image, yes.
I just wanted to make the point. Everything in this video is completely back, correct?
It's not backwards, it's mirrored, reversed. You can look yourself in the mirror in the morning, you still see your own face. It's not backwards.
But my mirror image is not an accurate depiction of who I am. My actual physical appearance is who I am, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
A mirror image, Sergeant, is not an accurate video of this, is it?
Objection.
It's a mirror image by definition.
Sustained. Ask it differently, Mr. Jackson.
I don't like to run, thank you.
Always the ambulances going.
And a thumb drive that I'd like to have marked with court submission.
The thumb drive. Yeah, let's see what's in the thumb drive.
Does Mr. Lally know what's on this thumb drive without you telling us?
I do not.
Okay.
Ooh.
We can approach and I can certainly bring it up.
We're trying to wrap up our morning. It's marked for identification.
If I may, Your Honor, I'd like to play the first 10 seconds of that video.
No. We'll come to second. It's marked for identification, right, Mr. Jackson? You are.
So Alan, so look, he's not staring at her now, is he? Not so tough now, are you, Paul? Huh? What do you think of that? Don't Karen Reed bad. Karen Reed mean to me. Karen Reed bailed me out of jail when me crashed car drunk in 2020, nearly kill old man. Karen Reed bad. I don't mean no like Karen Reed. Karen Reed work with 𝗕𝗏boy. 𝗕𝗏boy mean to Paul O'Keefe. 𝗕𝗏boy write blog about me. 𝗕𝗏boy not nice. 𝗕𝗏boy say mean things to McAlbert friends who I come to court with and make me look dumb every day. Right. So they're talking about this goddamn flash drive. Like, that's wild that they left us hanging with the flash drive. Like, they're all discussing it. Like, what? And then she's just like, okay.
I want to know when this case is going to end. And I don't mean that in any negative.
When is this going to end, she says.
Just speaking with the lawyers, I can
Karen bailed them out.
Say that you will get this case for your deliberations sometime the last week in June. We'll know better next week. We will not be in session next Tuesday. We will go full days, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. We will not be in session next Tuesday. I have to give you those cautions again. Please do not discuss this case with anyone. Don't do any independent.
Yeah, okay.
Interpret, Madam Court Reporter, can we do it at 8:30?
So, hold on.
To go spend a few minutes looking.
So this is what
All
they.
right, so I received a motion from the Commonwealth this morning that I have not had an opportunity to read yet. It's on my desk. I'd like to go spend a few minutes looking at that.
The motion is to prevent an expert who's going to testify that those are dog bites on John's arm. There's an expert, and they don't want her talking. They hate experts. They don't want experts. They want Marietta Sullivan. That's the kind of expert they want to come and be like, Kearney was a cunt to me 3 years ago. That's their kind of witness. They don't like experts who are going to testify that, like, John wasn't hit by a car. John was bit by a dog. They don't like those experts. So they're trying to ban this expert. Why would you try to hide an expert, dude? You should be using experts, but you're not. Instead of using Bukkake, expert doctor up here, right? So they're going to have a motion hearing. That's how we're starting the week off Monday. A motion hearing at 8:30 to decide whether or not this expert's going to be able to speak.
And come back out at 12 o'clock on that?
In order for us to do it?
Yes. Do you need?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right.
Could we do it? Could we do it on Monday?
I want to get as much evidence in as we can each day. We can do it at 8:30 Monday morning, I think. Madam Court Reporter, can we do it at 8:30? Jim?
Absolutely fine with us.
Can we do it at 8:30 Monday morning?
If that's what the court wants, yes.
Yeah, we'll have a hearing on it at 8:30 Monday. Are you around tomorrow? Are you around tomorrow?
Oh, am I? Yes, absolutely.
Do you want to do it tomorrow morning?
If I had a preference, I would say Monday.
All right, we'll do Monday morning at 8:30.
Why does he get his way?
Okay.
And if you want to put something in writing, just email it to us this weekend. Okay. All right. We'll see you then.
Okay. So on the way out of court, I spoke to Karen Reed. This is the first time Karen Reed I have spoken in like 6 months or so. And this is what happens on the way out of court. Ready?
So online live. That was gonna happen. It almost made it all better.
So, okay. So I'm going to say to her here, I mean, I didn't think she would talk to me like in public like this in front of cameras. She clearly doesn't give a shit anymore. Because I just asked her straight up, did we just watch Proctor take taillight out of a car? Is that what we just watched in that video? Any comment about that? And listen to what she says.
I saw that video. No, you'll see it, bro. Okay.
You'll see it. Again, listen to what I go. Did we just watch Proctor take taillight out?
saw online last night. That was gonna happen. It almost made it all better. No, you'll see it though. Okay.
No, but you'll see it though. You'll see it, she says. You're gonna see it. So I get that that's a confident woman right there. She knows what's on that video. Like what's on that video. So I cannot fucking wait for Monday. Now, let me read here. Couple turtle chats here, and then I want to end the show. I've compiled some reactions to what happened in courts. Let me read some of these. We have here $25 from Linda. I'm sorry, I'm sending another $25 just to say justice for Karen and John. Go Turtle Boy, my new bumper sticker, Trump and Alan Jackson 2024. Okay. Well, definitely that. I try not to get too political with this, but appreciate the Dono. Okay. $100 here. Because like Michael Jordan once said, you know, Republicans buy sneakers too. So I'm trying to do this thing where I just keep politics out of it, but you're more than welcome to say whatever the fuck you want if you donate money. So I appreciate that. Shantet sends $100 and says, I'm praying for you and Karen. Well, thank you very much, Shantet. That's a cool name, and I really appreciate it. And the $100 Dono there. Thank you. Next one is from, who's this one from? This one is from Kyle C. Sends $10 and says, when you get done teaching Proctor's kids to throw a spiral, can you help Jackie get the pillows into the pillowcases? She can't do it because she doesn't have a chin. And dude, she looked like something out of like a scary movie the other day. Like it was wild what she looked like. That was bizarre. Her hairstyle is bizarre. I'm just saying. Thank you. $20 from Anonymous and says, when Lally was questioning Bukkake, the orange shirt and sweatshirt were in separate bags. But when Bukkake was crossed, they were both in the same bag, just in case anyone did notice. I did not notice that. There's so much shenanigans going on. It's hard to keep track of them all. Thank you, Anonymous. She says, thank you for all you do, doctor. I appreciate that. Next one is from $25 from Kathy. Says, did you see Aussie Insider's post about the sneakers? First I've heard of it. Screw Bukkake. Again, I've addressed the sneakers thing, and we'll see what comes from the lawyers with that. So thank you very much for that one. Next one is from Candace. Give me one sec. Candace sends $5 and says, hi, Turtle Boy. Always sending you love and support. Have you had any interactions with Yuri or Paul since being in the courtroom? No, I haven't. And I agree with you on the Bev thing. She's totally a bitch, but I think she is secretly on the right side. I mean, that was a wild theory I floated yesterday. Like, what if Bev is secretly working for us and just wants to show the world how corrupt the DA's office is? If that's her master plan, she's doing a great job, but I doubt it. That's why she babies Lally so much, to show how incompetent he is. I mean, that was just the theory. We'll see. I have no evidence to back that up. Little Irish girl sends $10 and says, Turtle Boy, the video is backwards, not reversed. Don't really know what you mean by that, but it's mirrored, you know. $10 from Chandler says, why is the Sally Port full of snow prior to arrival? The outline fits the SUV perfectly. The crime scene tape looks pre-cut. Again, I haven't had a chance to really analyze it like the rest of the world has, but I'll get to it. Next one is from Russell. Russell sends 10 smackaroos with the comment. Says, hey, thanks for helping us look forward to Monday, at least for a while. My pleasure, Russell. Thank you very much. You the man. $10 from Sandy. She did not leave a comment, but thank you very much, Sandy. Sandy Ruski. Okay, cool. Also here, we have on the Cash App side, we got Kevin sends $10 and says McCabe's and being watched and listened to. Okay, thank you, Kevin. Maria sends $5 and says Popeye from Timu. Hashtag free Karen Reed, hashtag free Turtle Boy. Thank you. Kevin sends $10 and says, keep up the great work. This circus will be over. Yes, it will be. Carrie sends 25 and says, thanks for signing my book Thursday. Great to meet you, Carrie. Met a lot of great people out there at the standout. Thank you very much. It says, let's go. Appreciate that. Roshonda sends $5 and says, see the video from 𝗺cie Insider. We see the back. Again, I'm not sure entirely what that is, but we will see. I also have the Keystone Light bitter face that I think we need to show here. Let's see. A lot of people sent me this. I got to show the Keystone Light one. They're saying this is Bukkake's face.
For your blind date. You're scanning the room. You've got minty fresh breath and you're oozing charm. Then it hits you.
Larry?
Don't let Bitter Bear make a bad.
I get it. That is kind of look like Bukkake. I get it. I didn't even know Keystone Light had commercials. Yeah, I was told in college Keystone Light was just Coors Light with the dented can. I don't know if that rumor was true, but it's like $5 cheaper than Coors Light and it tastes exactly the same. And that's why, bro, we pounded Stones in college, man. That's all I drank was Keystone. That shit was the bomb. Loved it. Okay. If anyone else wants to donate, you can click on the link. Oh, we got one more from Kim. Sends 10 buckaroos with a comment. Did you see Paul be given a note in court? A lot of people have posted about, I'll address it in 1 second. Thanks again, Turtle Boy, for all you do. Detail-oriented Karen is lucky to have you on her side. Well, thank you very much. So, yeah, and again, all the people saying, oh, Karen, he's bringing Karen down. Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. Karen's a lot better off because of this work, and we've had many conversations about that. So thank you. I have seen the note that McLaughlin passed to Paul. It was nothing serious. That they do that all the time. Keep in mind, the DA's office works for the O'Keeffes. They represent the O'Keeffes in this, not the McAlberts, the O'Keeffes. So whatever, it would be perfectly normal for the ADA to pass a note to Paul O'Keefe talking about how I didn't read the note, but there's nothing nefarious going on there at all. Okay. Also check out this from Young Jerks. I mean, not Young Jerks. Apologize. I'm going on Young Jerks tomorrow at 6. I'm going to be driving at the time, so I'll probably be on the road. But check out the Young Jerks. By the way, Young Jerks is getting like crazy ratings right now. He cracked 7,500 like live the other day. Like that was wild. It's the =𝗏𝗏 effect. That's what it is. It's the Mark 𝗏𝗏 effect. 𝗏𝗏's hot right now. So this is microdots says, which is great. Another awesome. There's been so many, the emergence of new content creators during this whole thing. 𝗺cie Insider. There's so many. I don't want to forget. Like, it's just the internet, like fuck court TV, right? Fuck television. The internet, Twitter, YouTube is where shit is crack-a-lacking right now. So microdots leading the charge says, all of the significant deletions edited out of the tampered salary report video, totaling 9 minutes, 18 seconds removed from the 5:59-minute video presented into evidence by the Commonwealth. They presumably edited out all of the incriminating portions. Yesterday, ADA Lally and Bukkake presented the tampered video as authentic, seemingly to deceive the jury. So these are all, microdots went in and saw that all of the following timestamps on the video were removed, adding up to almost 10 minutes. And what was going on during this? I cannot believe they had the balls to show a tampered video in court. I mean, that's just wild when they know the whole world is watching them. Okay, let's end this by doing let's watch some reactions to this. I got to take a leak too. So I'm going to play starting with Vinny Politan, because Vinny lost it the other day. Vinny tries to be like Mr. Down the Middle, whatever. I can see both sides. He can't do it anymore. No one can do it anymore. So here we go.
When this is the actual evidence. And in the actual evidence, there is a person and people seen close to the taillight, but obscured so we can't see what they're doing.
Bro, he's pissed.
But if this was the evidence, no one goes near the taillight in question because we can see it right there. How and why would you ever do that? Why would you think no one would notice? How did you now? If Lally is making an innocent mistake here, which is possible, it doesn't matter if it's an innocent mistake at this point. It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. Get him.
Once this witness was on cross-examination and you never spoke about this, how and why it happened is now irrelevant. You can try, you can huff and puff until the day's end.
Look how
to try
pissed
to
he is.
explain, I didn't realize it. This is the way it was given to me. I didn't know that their camera recorded it in mirror. And you could bring in 15 witnesses to testify to that. It doesn't matter anymore because you now did it in front of the 12 people who you're trying to convince that this whole conspiracy thing is ridiculous and made up.
I know, right?
Incredibly
Give it to him.
improbable and
Give
a
it to him,
conspiracy theory, not an actual
Give it
conspiracy.
to him, Vinny. Give it to him.
But you attempted to put in front of the jury a piece of evidence that did not accurately reflect the scene.
Give it to
in a
him.
way that actually matters.
Yes. Yes.
This is bad.
Yeah, it's real bad.
This is real. Like the
Yeah.
picture of the knuckles, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
That is
Vinny.
nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
Okay, that can be explained. There's another picture of the knuckles.
Nothing.
Even the double butt dialing compared to this is nothing. This happened in real time in front of the jury.
Yes, it did, Vinny. Yes, it
and
did.
it's a piece now that fits perfect. Like you can't put the pieces of the glass and the tailgate together perfectly, but this piece fits perfectly into the defense theory.
Yes, of a conspiracy.
What a mistake.
Like, not a mistake.
Was it a mistake or was it done purposely? Either way, it's a mistake to do it. Like if you thought you could slip this by and into the jury, that was an incredibly bad mistake. And if you didn't realize that it was backwards, that's an incredibly bad mistake as well. And your witness didn't say anything.
Get him, Vinny.
It's like your witness has been there and knows
get
it's
him.
backwards. The bikes aren't on that. The bikes are on the other side.
Here they are. Get him,
The driver didn't get out the passenger door. The
Get
driver
him.
got out the driver's side door.
Yes.
Why would you not just say that on direct?
Yes. Yes. Why? Why? Wow.
Ricky Kleeman. You may remember her from Court TV.
Okay, so Vinny, if you've lost Vinny Politan, you've lost Middle America, man. It's over. It's over. Next one, we got a Sean in the Gulf rant here. We got lined up. Let's bring this one up, shall we? We got Sean on the Gulf 620. We have so many good rants we're gonna play here. That's Vinny's rant. Let's listen to Sean on the Gulf's take on it.
In because I'm gonna tell you right now, these mofos are history. They are gone, right? And I want people to remember what that little mofo Jarhead Marine said on the stand, right? He said, "Well, there was just me and Proctor, and I don't know who the rest of the people were." Something to that effect, right? He was very hands off. And then he said, "But we never went anywhere near that taillight." Oh, really, mofo? I got you busted, you little bitch. I got you busted big time, you little fag. Yeah, you are. You set up a woman, and I tell you, we got you. We got you raw, okay? Yes, and I will say, I was duped like a
He called him a fag. He called him a fag. You mofos.
mofo yesterday. I was seeing you guys say, I don't even have you on right now. I don't want to get distracted because if I mess this up, I'm gonna give up. I've got gold in my hands right now. I can't mess it up. But I'm seeing everyone say, Sean, look at the force. What the Christ are they talking about the force? I'm looking at the goddamn taillight. I'm saying the taillight is beautiful. And then I realized the thing was reversed. But I'll tell you right now, at least I got the taillight right. The other idiot, the bartender, is saying that taillight was missing pieces. Who the hell is he shitting? Anyways, I got to calm down because if I mess these videos up.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. That was great. Now, we also so let's play some more Sean in the Gulf. And we're going to get to the Plevin thing. We're going to end with that. How about this one? Here's another good rant from Sean, the 1:12:45 mark. I'm going to take a leak while this is playing too.
Get the players in tight here. All right, just the players. We know that the tow truck driver is the guy that comes out, right? See what he's doing right now? The guy at the front of the car. He's taking a photo, right? We got to go back here. All right. Watch closely now. Car's in. All right. Who went in that door? Check out the door, right? There's a door that opens, right? Hold on, guys. See that door? Down to the left of the car on the other side. There's a door. Hold on. Watch that door open. There's a guy moving over there. Oh, all right. See the door open? Door is opening. Then it closes. Guy gets out of the driver's side. Now he meets with, we believe, the skull cap, right? Who wore the skull cap? Right? Proctor, right? So he's telling the guy, thanks, all set, right? Goes back, he's going to take a photo. Proctor now, right? Where's Proctor going? He's out of sight now. The tow truck driver doesn't know what the fuck is happening, right? Tow truck guy leaves. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, whoa. Do you see that? Tow truck guy leaves. Boom. Who is that? Who is that? I bet you that's Uri, but that's all right. We don't mind about that right now. We just look at where Proctor's at. That guy goes out. There's Proctor. He's leaving now. Gonna say goodbye. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. The same door is opening up again, but we have another guy. Oh, who's this guy? Right? See that door? Open up again. Who's this guy? Oh, wait a minute. They're all coming, right? It's all right. Nothing critical right here, but we're going to see something here real quick. Something very important is going to happen here in a minute. Very important. Why don't you keep your eyes on the shovelers at the top of the car? You guys with me? There's going to be something very interesting to happen here. We may have missed it. All right, hold on. All right. I want you to keep your eye at the very top corner, top right. Someone's going to come into the picture. Oh, wait a minute. Do you see that female right there? Can you see this on the screen? All right, right there. There's a female. And listen, at the same time, there's people down here, right? Down there by the broken taillight, right? There's people down there. What do you think she's looking at? Who do you think she is, people?
Yeah,
People, where the hell's my comments?
That's
people. This is gold.
Catalina?
Whoa, is it? Is it? She's got a ponytail, right? We know that. Hey, let me ask you a question. Did fucking mofo here say anything about a female in there, right?
No,
I'm gonna go back again, right? This is what I want you to do. Forget about the female now. She's gonna come into play again.
Sorry.
Who's down by the taillight?
I don't know.
Right? Here we go. They said they would never buy the taillight, right?
Dever or Rafferty? One of them, right?
Didn't Davey and Eddie say?
That's a great question because remember, there's a woman named Dever on a former Canton cop who now works for the Boston police, who's on the defense witness list and is not on the Commonwealth's witnesses. And the Commonwealth said in their the defense said in their opening statement that they have a witness who was in the Sally Port when this all went down. I wonder if it's her. I think the odds are it's her.
They had a police officer witness that said they saw some people down by the taillight for a long while, right? We don't know what this female was, right? Right? Is there a lady by the name of Dever? Huh? Is it Shelley or Susan or some kind of Shelley Dever, right? But we got traffic. What the hell is going on at that taillight? And I got to tell you something. There's something else. There's something else. I can't find the damn thing. There's a timestamp, all right? There's a timestamp. I can't see it on this foolish thing here because it's blocking it. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it again. This is like, I'm going to tell you right now. That's right, Kimberly. Beaver left Canton. She's a Boston cop. Right? But I'm going to tell you, over here, I don't know if you can see this foolish, my cursor. Over there's all kinds of activity. He said on the stand on the pains and penalty of perjury, he and no one. Higgy's there. I'm going to tell you who's there, guys. I'm going to prove it to you. Ooh. Higgy's there. The short and shiny's there. Yuri's there. Proctor's there, right?
Higgy's
and a couple of these other yahoos are there, right? And the female's there. And she gets a little bit too close to the activity.
Oh, really?
She saw something that she shouldn't have seen. Who is she? Right? Look down there. You got 1, 2 here, 3, 4. Right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? You got 1, 2 here, and you got 1, 2, at least 2 by the broken taillight, alleged broken taillight, right? This is gold, guys. And the second one is going to be better.
Well, so we have another shot.
Where'd she go now?
Oh, who's that one?
There she is. All right,
who's she?
Hold on. Let's go back to the girl.
All right.
The female.
We'll get so anyway, so that's a good shot on the Gulf rant. Let's go. We got a bunch of rants we got to get through here. Next one, Emily D. Baker. Okay. We have her from 223240 on this one. Okay. Okay, let me pull this one up.
The way it presents itself, yes.
And yesterday, during the entirety of your questioning by Mr. Lau, not once did you mention that this video is actually completely inverted.
I did not know.
Mr. Lau didn't ask you if it was inverted, correct?
That's correct.
And if I hadn't gotten up here and begun questioning you, that would be left
unclear.
Correct?
Objection.
Sustained. Calls for speculation.
The person with
The point's made.
winter cap appears to walk directly to the what ultimately should be the right rear tail light.
I will say,
correct?
the jury was I wonder if the jury was questioning it as much as chat was, because we had over 30,000 people in here yesterday, and all of you were like, look at the 4. It looks like it's flipped. Look at the lettering. It looks like it's flipped. It's weird because it looks like it's flipped. The prosecution makes it look worse by not addressing it.
Yes.
Even if it's just, hey,
yes,
this is a weird system that Canton PD has, and somehow it puts the video out mirrored. It doesn't flip it in the software. It doesn't alter it in any way. This is just how it's recorded, or somebody, whatever.
Yeah.
If they had just explained it, it doesn't look weird.
No.
But not explaining it looks
Thank
weird.
you. Exactly.
Doesn't it?
Exactly.
The lack of explanation is an
Again,
issue because it leaves everyone to speculate. Is it inverted? Is it not?
And this is one of the most influential, widely listened to, widely watched LawTubers, a former prosecutor who's probably inclined to support prosecution in most cases, who went into this case completely blind, who the McAlbert Mafia was hoping would join their side, and she is just completely, she sees what's going on. Everyone does.
No, we have no answers. It appears to be. Why doesn't Lally just ask? And I wonder if it's because he didn't notice or he didn't ask. It's just
he noticed.
Again, the job of the defense is to poke holes in the prosecution's case. The job of the prosecution is to prove the thing beyond a reasonable doubt on legal, solid evidence. And when you leave holes yourself, it makes it easy for the defense to come in like a fucking wrecking ball and make those small holes bigger.
Yes.
And in a case where there aren't any holes except a video being flipped, a jury might not give a shit. But when you've got rehomed dogs and rehomed phones and butt dials
and butt
up
dials,
one side and down the other, every single additional thing just stacks up with questions.
Like, cut the shit, dude. Why?
I'm so frustrated.
That's what he is.
Why is nothing clear?
Yeah, I don't know.
6 weeks.
I don't know. All right, so let's go on to the next one here. Next is going to be our girl Melanie Little. She's been on this for, she's been great from the beginning. Well, not the beginning, but she's been on the train for a while. She gets. So let's get the timestamp on this one. Let's see. Timestamp we're looking for here is 2:54:25.
The passenger side of the truck, and that taillight that you can see is the right rear taillight from this perspective, correct?
The way it presents itself, yes.
And yesterday, during the entirety of your question by Mr. Lau, not once did you mention that this video is actually completely inverted.
Did not know.
He didn't know?
I didn't ask you if it was inverted, right?
That's correct.
If I hadn't gotten up here because I'm questioning you, that would be left uncorrected, correct?
Objection.
That would be left uncorrected, correct?
I want to go back to whoever asked him in the long, long ago and in the far, far away, at whatever hearing it first came up, about authenticity. Does this video accurately depict what was happening? So presumably he said yes.
Right.
And therefore it was wrong because it's inverted. So no, it does not accurately reflect. Now he could have just said, no, this is inverted, and it would have been fine. But presumably he said yes, this is what it showed, but it's not. So that's a problem, people.
That's
it's another what shall we say? Inconsistent answer under oath with established realities.
It's a theme in this case where the witnesses will say, well, I was never asked that question. So, while they
I know you were asked that question. I have no doubt in my mind you were asked that question. You were asked if it was authentic. You had to have been, because it was introduced. I know you were asked.
Because this is the only thing Lally knows how to do. Is this a fair and accurate depiction of the way that you remember what happened that day in the Sally Port? He was like, yeah, good. This will be great for whatever recap video you're going to do. But
okay, so it's not authentic.
I need uncivil help.
Is it too late to exclude it in retrospect?
So next, here's another good rant from her. The 339 part at 3:39:40.
Than that YouTube seems to have. Question: did Paul leave early? I don't know. I'm not in the courtroom.
Looked like it.
Brian is. So if he's going to do a recap show tonight, I think he's going to tell us all on LTL True Crime what went on in the courthouse today. And I can't wait to hear it. What about you? So go over there to Brian at LTL True Crime and hit the notification bell so you'll know when he goes live and he can tell us all about what happened. Brian Weber says the Commonwealth had one halfway decent day yesterday and Mr. Jackson popped their balloon to death. Yeah, well, we were waiting for the cross, right? So no court tomorrow and no court next Tuesday. So we'll be in at Monday at 8:30 to hear that motion. So Monday's going to be an early day. Make sure you hit the bell once I post it. Eliza, judge changes the schedule all the time.
There's an evidence ran here, I guess.
Sparkly Rabbit, I agree with all of you. I'm just saying that it seems odd that the judge shut the case down at 12:22 p.m. today before the defense could end on a good note. Well, we knew court was ending at 12 today. Because, maybe some people need to get to the Cape for the weekend. But it was only supposed to go from 9 to 12. We were a little bit behind. So if we ended at 12:22, we might have been a little bit behind. But that's okay. Because you know what? The jury is going to marinate on all this information. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All this information that they heard from Uri. Like, what? It's not important to measure where these pieces were found in the death of a Boston police officer. Like, what? All your evidence was stored improperly and you have no chain of custody and the clothes were just left out to dry on butcher paper somewhere and you don't really know why. And how come you guys are bringing all this stuff to the Canton Police Department when they were conflicted out of the case on the 29th? And then he testified. Then he had the audacity to testify. He thought that they were just conflicted out for interviews, not for, not for anything else other than that. Just interviews, not evidence collection, not evidence storage, not Sally port usage, not anything else. But
so she's pissed off, but she's always pissed off. So she's been with us, since like, I feel like basically when I went to jail, she started making, like, I started getting a lot. She had that show with, what was it? Garrett Ring, the dog bite expert. So now let me pull up. Now we're going to listen to some Mark Betterow on the Young Jerks. He's like, he had an awesome rant. He's had, like, you listen to this whole stream if you haven't listened to it already. He's just great. Had him on my show recently. Awesome analysis. But he calls some goonery. I love when he uses the word goonery. It's such a good word. This is goonery. This goons. He's awesome. Like he's another one. He just appeared recently and didn't have much, came into this, not much background knowledge. And now he's just like, I've never seen anything this ridiculous before. So the rant we're looking for here is at the 5:15 mark.
Other information that you don't. So the jury sees this, and what's the real takeaway from the jury's perspective? Adam Lally misled us, and he did it intentionally. So his credibility is shot.
Yep.
Okay, he is done in front of the jury, and it doesn't matter what they think otherwise about the case. They know that the prosecutor deliberately misled them, and he materially misled them because he tried to hide the right rear taillight. He tried to hide Proctor. He tried to hide all of the other stuff, and he was exposed. He was caught with his pants down, and he is cooked. Why would anybody believe anything he says? Moreover, because it's Proctor and all of this other stuff, if he's doing something with the car, which we don't know at the moment, going to get to that in a second, that calls into question whatever happened next. And whatever happened next was, there's pieces of glass all over the lawn. Not only that night, but over the course of the next several days, you're supposed to believe that these guys just happened to drive by, if I understood the testimony right, hoping more evidence would reveal itself.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's what it was.
Hopefully.
Totally normal.
This is a cartoon. It's a clown show.
Cartoon.
Lally clearly violated ethical rules in offering this evidence. Two rules 3.3 and 3.4, which Massachusetts has, as I've told you before, a model code that New York and other states have. And it relates to knowingly offering false evidence or assisting a witness provide false testimony. There's no question to me he did that because he omitted from telling the jury that this was an inverted video. And he omitted telling the jury, to me, a very interesting part of this is that's how we got it from the Canton police. Okay, so if you're a prosecutor, you're wearing the white hat, you're supposed to be a good guy, you're supposed to be an ethical, do the right thing, then you say, why are you giving me this garbage? Go get the real video. And don't tell me he didn't know when you see people getting out of the passenger seat or when you look at the taillight. He knows that the taillight, what it's supposed to look like. He had no clue until this happened. This is ridiculous.
Good point, Lauren.
This guy, I'm done with. He's just incompetent. He's beyond incompetent. What he did today was unethical. It was dirty.
Yes.
And to the extent that the feds are watching all of this, he didn't do him or his disgraced office any favors, and he certainly didn't win any points with the jury. And the worst part for them is what's coming next, because at the very end, out comes the flash drive. What's on the flash drive? Well, common sense would tell you that it's got to relate to this subject matter. This was not an accident. They set him up perfectly. They knew they got this bogus video, and I'm assuming that this may very well be real video or something that at least flips the car and shows Proctor doing something that would appear to be abnormal as it should be in the garage. And when Lally says, what's going on? I don't know what this is. Really? You don't know what this is? And you don't know what's coming? And they take a very long sidebar and call it a day. So now this is just hanging in the air for 3 days.
Yeah.
They're going to get killed on this. He's done in front of the jury.
Done.
And this combined with everything else you've seen, with Sneakergate from today, apparently people are saying it's 2 left shoes or the colors don't match. I don't know. It looks like they don't match. But the sum takeaway from this is these people are corrupt. And they deliberately tried to mislead the jury. They deliberately tried to mislead the defense. They got caught with their pants down. They're going to get crushed. No one is going to believe anything else this guy says for the rest of the trial. He's a disgrace. The office is a disgrace. This case never should have been brought. And if they had any dignity, if they had nothing to do with this cartoon. This video, they should find out who did and do the right thing, which is correct the error and get rid of this. They're going to lose. It's going to get worse. And I can't wait to see what's on that flash drive because they deserve all of it if it's something bad.
Oh, that was just so good. I could just inject it into my veins. Okay, let's go back to lawyer here. Let's listen to him at the 1 It's a lawyer you know has like 350,000 subs. Let's listen to him at the 102 point mark. Wait, hold on. Did I not share the right screen? Let's pull up this one.
Is the right rear tail from this perspective, right?
The way it presents itself, yes.
And yesterday, during the entirety of your question by Mr. Lau, not once did you mention that this video is actually completely inverted.
I did not know.
Mr. Lau didn't ask you.
He admits, not once yesterday. It was the
Not
first thing he said when they brought up this video on Cross. It was the first thing he said. It's a mirrored version. I don't know why it came like that, but it's still true and accurate. He had a lot of opportunity to say that with Lally, and he never did. Why do we think that is? Jackson's going to tell us why he thinks it is.
If it was inverted, correct?
That's correct.
If I hadn't gotten up here because questioning you, that would be left uncorrected, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
So what did he say? I'm the one here fighting for truth and justice, not the Commonwealth, not law enforcement. I'm the one who's
Yes.
setting the record straight.
Yes.
And if you build that credibility, it can go a long, long way as a defense attorney.
Yes.
There's more coming. Real Elite Squad.
Okay.
In your opinion, was the prosecution's presentation of the Sally Port video intentionally misleading?
How
They
about
never
this?
clarified it was a mirror image. I got to be honest with you. The first time I watched it, I was like, just seems kind of sloppy and stupid. Why?
In the morning, you still see your own face. It's not backwards.
But my mirror image is not an accurate depiction of who I am. Actual physical appearance is who I am, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
A mirror image, Sergeant, is not an accurate video of this.
Objection.
It's a mirror image by definition.
Sustained. Ask it differently, Mr. Jackson.
I mean, they're both kind of right there, right? The mirror of your face is your face, but it's not a perfectly accurate depiction because everything's mirrored in it. I think he made his point very well, the part we listened to, where it's like, you had the opportunity to set the record straight and you didn't. So I had to come here and set the record straight. I love that. I absolutely love that. Reese's mom said what they didn't check was that the dog had John's DNA on the teeth or claws because the dog was rehomed.
Yeah.
Reed, so if the video were not flipped,
Yeah.
we could see.
So yeah, again, people like this. I mean, this dude, he doesn't really come out too strong. I've been watching some of this shit. He doesn't really come out too strong about everything. Every comment he makes is just like, he's a lawyer. He knows this is not going well. Everything he likes to kind of come across as like wicked, not like picking a side. He's picked a side. They've all picked a side, especially after these latest goonery, as Mark Betterow called it, the goonery. The next one, we have something called legal bites. Let me play this one. I don't know if you guys listen to stuff like this, these other, but it's good stuff out there. Okay. We got 237.30 here for this one.
John Ralphio?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. This
Legal
is
bites.
this is
Legal
hella
bites.
suspicious. This is really suspicious because I mean, here's the thing.
Hella
So
suspicious.
Bukkake helped himself quite a
Bukkake.
bit by being the one to volunteer this information on cross-examination without being forced to do so by Alan Jackson. That was very smart of him, very savvy of him. However, the fact that he didn't volunteer that on direct examination when they were spending all this time showing what we thought was the passenger side, the right rear tail light, you know, and examining that for like, oh, you know, okay, well, it looks like nobody touched that side. Everyone's focused on that one corner. Meanwhile, that's the wrong corner to be focusing on. The fact that no one volunteered that on direct examination, it looks like maybe Officer Bukkake was pulling a fast one because this is now the second time that he's testified on cross-examination, or he's given an answer on cross-examination that has revealed something along the lines of like, well, you didn't exactly ask me the right question, so I didn't exactly give all of the information that would have been helpful to the jury. You know, it's like it technically is correct. It's an answer that is technically correct. However, it has a flavor of dishonesty to it because he wasn't fully forthcoming with his testimony.
Again,
You know,
I don't have time to listen. Like, shout out to the Laura from London and anyone else who put this list together. I'm showing you all these because like everyone in the LawTube community is in agreement with this. That this is outrageous what happened. How about our guy Larry Foreman, DUI guy? He's gonna come. He's gonna be back this week. By the way, Larry's back. He had a good rant about this, as he always does. Let's listen to his rant at 2:37:40. Let's play this part.
Just lovingly looking at Alan.
Does Mr. Lally know what's on this thumb drive without you telling us?
I do not.
Okay.
No, shocking.
We're trying to wrap up our morning. It's marked for identification.
If you're trying to enter an exhibit, Judge, you can't just like rush things through. You need to let the lawyers do their freaking job.
We'll come to second.
There you
It's marked
go.
for
Good girl. Come on, Auntie
identification.
Bev. Get your
Jackson,
freaking shit together. I swear to God, what kind of judge does this? Who does this? No. We need to keep moving things along, Mr. Jackson. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mr. Jackson. No. Are you serious, Auntie Bev? Alan Jackson is trying to do a job. He's giving you a USB board that has evidence that is relevant to the case. I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson. No, we need to keep moving this case along. Fuck you.
Wow, he's
Tell me how you
pissed.
really feel, Larry. Jesus Christ.
He's pissed.
Sorry. It makes me so mad.
He's pissed. Tell
I
us.
cannot believe that a judge would ever brush a defense like that from doing their freaking job.
It's outrageous.
This is wild.
It is outrageous, Larry.
This is so wild.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay. So then we got, how about a rant? We have one from somebody called Andrea Burkhart. Let me play this one. Pull up her stream. I believe she's a lawyer out of Seattle. Is that correct? Don't get me wrong. I am not a regular listener to hers, but maybe I could be sold. Again, there's so much content out there. So much content. It's tough to keep up with it all. The 254 mark we're going to watch here. 254.40.
Without you telling us?
I do not.
Okay.
We can approach it. I can certainly bring it up.
We're trying to wrap up our morning. It's marked for identification.
If I may, Your Honor, I'd like to play the first 10 seconds of that video.
No. We'll come to some.
No.
It's marked for
That's what he asked of.
identification, right, Mr. Jackson? You are.
That's what he asked for the sidebar. And you said, no, we're trying to wrap up our morning. Somebody's getting snippy with how this is going. Someone's getting real snippy. Oof. Yeah, that's all you needed to do was just establish this is a standard for accuracy, and you didn't feel the need. He's already established you didn't feel the need to point out for the jury that they're actually seeing the opposite of what they think they're saying. And that's a standard for accuracy. That's all they need to know, because anything else then he's characterizing as accurate, they know it could be completely untrue. It could be completely misleading. It could be the opposite. It could be the opposite of what they think they're saying.
Let me go to this part. 4:35.
That could change my perspective, and I've been waiting for it. There's a reason why I'm calling out things like, why don't we have a photograph of the tail light? And what I think.
Yeah. So like I think this is a rant about like, and I've talked about this before, like, show me that she did it and I'll gladly report on it. Can anyone show me something?
Is likely the vast majority of people who are simply waiting to see what the evidence shows them. And as it comes out, it's going to lean you one way. It's going to lean you the other way. But that can change. That can change. There can be a smoking gun at any point in time that could change my perspective. And I've been waiting for it. But there's a reason why I'm calling out things like, why don't we have a photograph of the tail light at Dighton? Because it was right there. You said you saw it. You said it was significant. It's significant enough. You called Trooper Proctor over to see it for himself, and nobody bothered to snap a picture of it. Because you know what? That would change my opinion. If you had a photograph of that tail light, if you had your dash cam on, driving into that area, seeing that car, walking up and seeing that tail light, and that tail light is in the same condition that it was in the Sallyport garage. Yeah, that's going to change my opinion. But we don't have that. We don't have that, do we?
We don't have that. Yeah.
We don't have that.
Yeah.
If we get a medical examination that shows me injuries that would be consistent with the normal way a person would get hit by a car.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't want to see some crazy contortion job where, well, if he's bent over and like has his head kind of between his knees and gets hit by the bumper, causing that thing on the back of his head, then things could happen this way. Because your theory needs to be consistent with just reality, how things actually happen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, some 6'2" guy is not he's not that flexible. I'm just gonna
Kevin, you just hurt Kevin's feelings. Poor Plevin.
I don't think so.
Poor Plevin.
Guys aren't that flexible anyway, and they don't tend to work on it. It's one of those things that we tend to work at what we're good at, because it's more rewarding. It feels better. It's easy. We feel like we're accomplishing something. It's much harder to work on the stuff you're not good at because it sucks. It hurts. You feel like you're not very good. It's very discouraging. This is why men do a lot of strength training more than women do. Women do a lot of flexibility training more than men do because we do what we're good at. I don't think this guy is down there with his head below his knees to get hit by the bumper.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't know about the cocktail glass. That she needs to watch Plevin Simpson. He was picking up a cocktail glass. Andrea. Speaking of Plevin, he had some interesting takes on Wednesday. Let's listen to what he had to say at the 6:10 mark. And I wonder if he's taken this back yet. Let's listen to Plevin here. Plevin and something called Crusty Panties, the same woman who is being charged with a whole bunch of felonies and famously lost 2 of her kids to the state of Massachusetts due to years of child abuse and neglect, is now the kind of the official spokesperson for the McAlbert Mafia and hangs out with Kof and this guy up here who miraculously, is still alive today, even though he said he was going to be dead by now and had to GoFundMe for it. So let's see what Kevin has to say. The Court TV panel expert here.
May I get this a little closer?
Sure. Can we turn out the lights, please, Dave? Thank you.
Here we go. Watch this. Ready? Here we go. Wait for it.
You can see the missing pieces already right there.
You can see the missing pieces already right there. This is on Wednesday. Bro, Kevin, Plevin. It's mirrored. It's mirrored. That's the tail light that's not broken. And he's like, you can see it's broken. You can see the missing pieces. This is like what's called confirmation bias. When you have convinced yourself that you see things that aren't there, when you've convinced yourself that I'm right. I'm not the crazy. I'm the truth seeker here. All you other people are in a cult. I'm seeking truth. Pay attention to me.
And I'll tell you why none of these people, the Glare or 𝗕𝗏boy, they're not mad about this, is because, even Sean McDonough, I think they know she's guilty. So, they're not mad about this at all because they've probably known for a while that not only are they being lied to, but they're lying to other people,
That's the she of crusted panties right there. That's what they always say now. Like, that's the last thing they have is, oh, they know she's guilty. Like, that's all they have is like some idiot named Christina messaged me the other day and said the same thing. You know, she's guilty. I get my news from crusty panties now. You know, she's guilty and you're just doing this for the clicks and the money. First of all, Sean and the Gulf ain't making any money off of this. Okay. I don't see any, I don't even think he has super chats. So the idea that we're doing this because it's obvious that she's innocent. Like, there's a reason like 99% of the public knows that she's innocent. We all do. They're only doing this for money and clicks. No, she's only saying this stuff because I'm saying she's innocent. And Crusty Panties, if you're new here, is just an obsessed person who for the last like 4 years, all her content revolves around me. And me, like, that's it. I'm the straw, and she like makes videos like 𝗕𝗏boy bad. Yeah, listen to these out of context clips, and nobody gives a shit. It's just she had nothing to do with this case until she saw how successful I was in reporting on this case, and she had to take the opposite position. If I said Karen Reed was guilty, she would say Karen Reed is innocent. That's it. So that's funny. It's just like you can see the broken taillight right there. No, Plevin, you can't because it's the wrong. It's the wrong side. What's this one? Oh, is this more Plevin at 608-609? Okay. Oh, so we got more Plevin. Okay. Let's go to more. We got more Plevin here. The 608 and all right, let's go to the 608 mark.
And Sergeant, as far as the condition of the vehicle as you observe it in this sort of hot still shot of the video, is that a fair and accurate portrayal of the condition as far as the snow or ice or anything you observed on that vehicle when it came into the Sally Port garage?
Yes, it is.
There's no issue with taking there. So if you could just pause there for a moment. Sergeant's following the video.
All right, so keep your voice up.
Sergeant Bukkake, with reference to any individuals you see in this video, do you recognize any of those individuals?
I can recognize Trooper Proctor myself. Other than that, I don't remember exactly who else was present at this moment in time.
If you could start using the laser pointer before you just direct your attention to where you observe yourself and where you.
Oh, we've already gone over this. Never mind. Okay, never mind.
That's Trooper Proctor and myself.
Forget this part. Okay. Is there anything else I need to get to on our list here? We made a whole list here of shenanigans. Okay, we went over all that. Okay. What they're saying in the mainstream news. Okay, we'll forget. Okay. Oh, let's listen to Alan Jackson here. Let's listen to this tape of Alan Jackson talking to the media. Pull this tape up. The long show tonight, folks.
Center 5's David Bieniek live at the courthouse in Dedham to explain more. David.
Erica, this revelation came at the end of today's testimony here, and it caught everyone off guard. Some jurors even looked at each other quizzically, and some may have wondered if they'd just been tricked.
Yes.
The video shows police pulling Karen Reed's SUV into the Canton Police Department garage after it was seized as evidence. The video appears to show the passenger side, including the passenger side taillight, which prosecutors say was damaged after Reed allegedly backed into John O'Keefe and killed him.
I testify that this is a accurate scene.
But under cross-examination, state police investigator 𝗬𝗏𝗄𝗃 confirmed the video is actually inverted. It shows not the passenger side, but the driver's side of the SUV. At one point, it shows the driver getting out.
Not once did you mention that this video is actually completely inverted.
I did not know.
How did you discover that the image was inverted?
I saw the word police and thought I had dyslexia.
In the video, the word police appears backwards on another vehicle parked in the garage. So does the number 4 on one of the garage.
It's the first time I'm hearing. I saw the word police and thought I had dyslexia.
Overhead doors. Defense attorney Alan Jackson believes it was no accident.
The timestamp across the bottom is not inverted, which means somebody had to put that on the inverted, the manipulated, the altered video on purpose.
Here is the video again after we have uninverted it. What is in fact the passenger side taillight is out of view, and there appears to be somebody standing near it.
Who's the guy in the watch cap, in the winter cap, back there by that right rear taillight the entire time by himself?
Michael
That's
Proctor.
Proctor.
That's Proctor.
Proctor is Trooper Michael Proctor, the lead investigator on the case. Now, the defense has said that he is the one who broke the taillight as part of an effort, they say, to frame Karen Reed. I did reach out to the district attorney's office about that inverted video. They said they would not comment.
Oh, they got no comment on it. That's interesting. Okay, cool. Do I have anything else here? Do I have any other things? Okay. Legal bites. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, one more turtle chat to read here. Long fucking show, folks. Pretty much done now. I do have one more from Marissa, sends $5 with the comment. Shocked you got to stay in court for Bukkake Tuesday. Yeah, because she amended the order. She narrowly tailored it. So I get to be there for Bukkake and Proctor. Thought that's why Lallygagger called for the sidebar before he got up there. Wish I could have met up with you and Will and Rita, but couldn't make it. Next time for sure. Next time, absolutely. And I think I got a Cash App here from Janessa, sends $10 and says, did you notice the grass stains on John's pants? I didn't, but that's a good point that I didn't even think of. So thank you very much for that one. I mean, there's so many good points out here. Just what a trial, man. Oh, you know, I hope it never ends, but kind of hope it, you know, I mean, I hope it ends soon, but like kind of hope it never ends because this is just too good, man. Too good. Oh my God. Look at, oh, wait. Oh, look at this picture. Oh, this is a funny picture. Some funny memes. This one was sent to me. No, it wrong with that. Hold on. Oh, this is from Lorena Jenkinson's Twitter. Hold on. I want to share this one. This was just sent to me, a funny meme. Look at this. Oh, what's that? There's Fanning. That douchebag. That douchebag. And Bukkake and Tully. Oh, they're such losers. They're such losers, and they're all going down. That's too good. It's too good. Oh, and we got one more video here. Oh, have you guys seen this video yet? This is interesting. I played this the other day. We got to play it again if you haven't heard it, man. It's pretty damning. Pretty damning. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this.
So at approximately 8:22 in the morning or so, where is it that you were at that point in time, if you know?
At 8:22, I would say I was still blowing. Trooper Proctor in the parking lot in his vehicle.
What? What did he say? What did you say?
So at approximately 8:22 in the morning or so, where is it that you were at that point in time, if you know?
At 8:22, I would say I was still blowing. Trooper Proctor in the parking lot in his vehicle.
What? That's wild. That's wild. I mean, since they like taking out of context things and throwing them into one sentence, I guess we can do the same. That's bizarre. I mean, it is Pride Month. To each their own, you know, but just not on the clock, you know, no cock on the clock. Okay. That's all we ask. The taxpayers are not paying for you to blow Trooper Proctor in the parking lot. Do it in your own time. Okay. Stop it. Again, wait, one more time.
So at approximately 8:22 in the morning or so, where is it that you were at that point in time? If you know.
At 8:22, I would say I was still blowing. Trooper Proctor in the parking lot in his vehicle.
It never gets old. It never gets old. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, guys, man, there's still 7,700 people watching. It's like almost 1 a.m. Holy shit. 12:30. It's been the best show. We had 9,300 people watching, brother. 9,300 people. It's a new record. We're going to get 10,000 soon. It's coming. Wait till the big one, the verdict day. That's going to be record setting. So, okay. No cock on the clock. It's pretty simple. No cock on the clock. All right. Yeah. Like veto. It's like, come on, dude, do it before hours if you're going to do that, you know? All right. Anyone have any questions or anything they want to ask me before we call it a night? I haven't had much chance. Yeah. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, guys. That's all we got to say about that. We got a little, we got a Cash App here from Maria sends $5, says check Law and Lumber reaction 251. We'll have to do that another time, but thank you very much for the donos because it's been a long show, man. I'm getting tired. Celtics Sunday. I'm not going to live stream. I decided I'm not going to live stream the Celtics. I'm just going to enjoy it because I don't know. I like doing it, but it's better when I'm alone, when I'm like with people, their conversations get caught up in it and can't really just enjoy each other's company. Not everything has to be broadcast, you know, but I'll do it if I'm alone for a game, it's better, you know, that way I feel like we're watching it together. But the Celtics, let's fuck these Mavericks up. Sorry to all my new Dallas Turtle Riders out there. Need to fuck them up. Luka's pretty good, but your boy Kyrie we're in his head. Remember Kyrie did this on the Nets when he was playing in Boston? Yeah, he's going to be doing a lot of that. Ever since he stomped on Lucky's face on the court, I think he's lost like 12 or 13 to Boston. Done. It's over. We won. We just get the duck boats ready. It's done. I mean, and you guys should be happy you made it. You should be happy you made it. Beat the Clippers. That was pretty impressive. You know, they got a really good team this year. Old, but pretty good, you know, on paper. Like they would have been the best team ever 5 years ago with, you know, Westbrook and Harden and Paul George and Kawhi. I mean, that 5 years ago, that's the greatest team ever assembled. But, you know, so you beat them. That's good. And then you beat in the second round, you know, you avoided Denver and you got, who the fuck did you beat in the second round? You beat the 1 seed. No. Did you beat Denver? No, you didn't beat Denver. Or you beat Oklahoma City. And that was impressive because, you know, Shy, SGA, he's hot. You know, first team All NBA 2 years in a row, and they were the number 1 seed overall. But, you know, it's Oklahoma City. They're not championship ready yet. And then in the third round, right, in the finals, you beat the shit out of the Timberwolves. You smacked them around. You won 2 in Minnesota, and they were hot. They beat the world champs. They beat the Denver Nuggets. So you guys were feeling good, right? And you should feel good. That's a nice little run you had there. But it's come on. It's Celtic time. Who's going to beat the Celtics? Nobody. Because the Celtics are the balls. Everyone knows that. Everyone, it's our turn, baby. Championship. And this is the first of many to come. This is not a one and done thing. Jason Tatum's 26. Jaylen Brown is 27. Derek White. Teach your kids to play basketball like Derek White. 29 years old, right? And I mean, Drew's gonna get old, but like this is the core of a championship team for like 5 more years. Like we need to win 3 titles. This is not one. This is our first of many to come this year. Let's go. The shirt is available in the online store. So get it on the website, tvdailynews.com. All right. Anyone else have anything? Yeah. I'll probably be in the courtroom Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm thinking. Yeah, Mike Fucci. Shout out to the Fuchster. He came by the other day. I checked. He's up to shenanigans again, but I don't even have time for this shit. Yeah, Olivia, I'm still live. It's been a fucking wild night, dude. Wild night. I bet. Okay. All right. So anyone else? I'm getting tired. I don't know about you guys. I'm getting a little tired, but anyway, Stephen A was saying how shook it is. Fuck Kyrie, man. Fuck Kyrie Irving forever. Fuck that dude. I fucking hate that guy. I hate that guy. He's such a little punk. And I was all excited about when he first came to Boston because it's like he left LeBron. I respect for anyone that wants to leave LeBron and come here and we're going to win a championship. All he did was cry here, get hurt. He sucked. Fucking sucked. Said he was going to stay here forever. See you later. Go. Oh, I'm going to town. Go to Brooklyn. You know, I want to join an all-star team because I can't win on my own as alpha male. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. See you later, Kyrie. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a night. We'll see you guys Tuesday for the next episode of the Turtle Boy Live Show. And we're going to have tons of content because Monday's another day, man. See what's on that flash drive. Have a good night, people. Peace.